J-Dubs.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub.
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, hey Jay.
What up with your Crap and Mooch and Jay with?
Wake on up. It's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap. Show. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap. Show for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Homies love the lie, and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real, and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and Crap. Make sure. Mooch, Crap, J-Dub.
¿Cómo están, bitches?
Hey Mooch and Crap, hey Jay.
Hey Mooch and Crap. What up, Mooch and Crap and Jay?
What's up, Mooch and Crap? What's up, J-Dubs?
Hello, Mooch and Crap.
What up, Mooch? What up, Crap?
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap?
You guys have the best damn podcast on YouTube, bar none.
It's not a tumor. It's time for MNC Mornings.
Good morning, everybody. What a great entrance. Can't thank for Livewire better than that's just an amazing fucking entrance. Love it. Everyone's going crazy in the chat. Sunday morning, little groggy this morning, guys. Not gonna lie to you. A lot of CupHead, a lot of Destiny. Games are just getting thrown at us, and we're entering that season. So before we get into all that, because there's a lot to talk about this morning, let me switch it over to the one and only, the man who does mornings better than Howard Stern himself. Crap,
That's
how
right.
are you today, buddy?
I'm pretty good, man. I wiped my eye boogies, so I'm good.
Yes.
Intro always kicked it off. A hell of a job by Livewires with that.
Awesome.
Happy to see everybody in the chat. I'm sure YouTube will very casually, very slowly alert everybody that we're live.
Out of bed,
like,
make a cup of coffee.
in the next half hour or so, you'll sure to get your alert.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Thank you, YouTube. Thank you.
I liked that much better before when like they got an alert when it was like up. You know
what is it now? What good? Listen, Seinfeld did a bit a long time ago on reservations. He had a reservation for a car, and basically he shows up for the reservation, and they're like, "I'm sorry, sir, but we gave away." So he's like, "You know how to take the reservation, but you don't know how to hold the reservation," which is what reservation actually is. Same thing here, an alarm and alert, right? What good is an alarm for 10 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock in the morning when it goes off at 11:30? Not really.
I know.
Right? Yeah,
exactly. It's kind of a pain in the butt.
Yes.
But it happens. I mean, it's not just us. It's everybody. It's just like goes to show that they've got a lot of work to do in terms of fixing things up. You know what I mean? And that's the least of the problems that they've got going on right now.
Somebody in the chat goes, "Crapaholics don't do mornings well." True.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's probably true, man. Like for me personally, it takes a little bit of caffeine to get out there and get things going. But yeah, it's a heck of a day. We've had a couple of good games release. CupHead obviously, and Forza Motorsport 7. Well, if you bought the Ultimate Edition or whatever, so that's good. I mean, CupHead, it looks like that's doing extremely well. It went #1 for Xbox One games on Amazon, and that means people are buying the code off Amazon for this game. Which is rare. Like you could just buy it off the Xbox itself, but now people are actually buying this game off that. So. It looks like it's doing extremely well, and Microsoft kind of bet on this game to do well, and here it is. It's really
and I mean I want to welcome Jay this morning because I do want to get into CupHead crap. You got a great lead in there, but Jay, how are you this morning? Before I go into my CupHead rant.
Oh, I'm great. It's another beautiful Sunday. The family's gone out apple picking, left Jay alone for a few hours, which is perfect for MNC mornings. And all I have to do now is worry about the dog barking his face off.
That's right. Crap will regulate the dog from a distance.
Yeah.
Trust me. Shut that damn dog. That's one of my favorite lines in all podcasting. CupHead is a huge hit, Crap. And here's the thing about it. You said Microsoft kind of put a lot of, their eggs behind it. And I agree with you. And I think it was a wise decision because I think it's actually something, it's hard to say because after you hear the producers and the art designers that have worked on this game, a lot of them have actually said it was really hard to produce. It was hard to draw. It took ages to get that level out there. And I think I was talking to you about it on Crossfire. I enjoyed the levels where you went through and you actually, you played an entire board, an entire map, an entire level, not just where it was like, and start. And then you just fought the major boss. And I was like, well, that's great. And there's definitely some, what's the word I'm looking here, mechanics to learn and get used to in the boss fights. But I wanted a little bit more story, this and that. So I don't know. Do you think a sequel? I mean, they'd have to start a sequel now with the way that this is hand drawn. They'd have to start a sequel right now to have it come out in 2022.
Well, the thing is, they're such a small team.
Right.
They could probably, if it's a success, hire more people and get it done quicker. You know what I mean? I think they could get it done much quicker now if they wanted to do a sequel with backing and things like that, because Microsoft didn't back it till a little bit later on in production. Apparently this game started in 2010, so that's a bit of a while ago. You know what I mean? 7 years for that kind of game. They could definitely, if they got enough money from it and Microsoft was invested in it, they could do much better in terms of the speed in which they can get the game out. But it's phenomenal. There's nothing like it. And I think, everybody, just the art style is really attractive. The music is really cool. Just everything about that game is cool. I was bored for a little bit yesterday, hopped on for, played for 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Beat a level. That's what's fun about it. You can just, it's a good
agree.
price.
Yeah.
$20. I mean, come on. That's anybody can try it for $20.
So you're going to agree with me here, Crap, because you're an achievement guy too. You're going to really agree. Have you noticed something that's completely let me down? It's got to have let you down. Here you have one of the most beautiful art-drawn games of all time, right? They're the ugliest achievements. Why don't we have these glorious-looking CupHead achievements? You know what I mean? They're it's just 30 with a movie reel or something behind it. And I'm like, come on, get out of here.
I wish they would, because I was taking screenshots and people were really digging the screenshots that I was taking of the in-game stuff because it looks so good.
Right. Oh, no, the game is fantastic. Like I said, everything about it is great. Like I said, I just think that, and the minute you want to start to even give it a critique, you remember this thing's $20.
Yeah.
I mean, $20?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It is. It's a great game. It reminds me, because this game has had a lot of hype behind it. And how some people are like, well, I don't know, they kind of teased it for so long, I don't even care. But now everybody cares again, once it releases. And it's doing well. It got good reviews. I think it's an 86 on Metacritic. Which is a really good review.
Very good.
Obviously, if it would have been on the PS4, it'd probably be like a 90 or so. But it's doing well, and I believe that it's selling well. They said that it's doing very well for them. So that this shows Microsoft that people do still want some of those single player experiences, just like Ori. I know those are smaller games, but it should show them that if it's a good enough game, people will buy it.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, good for them.
It's funny, we podcast Crap at minimum 3 times a week with Xbox Nation, Crossfire, and MNC. Somebody in the chat's like, "But Mooch, you don't care about achievements." This just doesn't even make sense. No, what I'm saying, it's not that I don't care about them. I don't look for them, but I mean, when they pop, I definitely go to check out the artwork. I mean, because a lot of other companies put a lot of time into it, and this company, since it puts so much time into detail, I was really shocked to see that they just had a generic flash screen with the achievement number on it. But I mean, no, other than that, I mean, this weekend has just been bombarded. There's just, first of all, it's been nice weather. Second of all, you got to enjoy these days in fall. You don't really get that many in New York because then we lead right into winter. So I'm trying to enjoy a little bit of that. Then you've got the SNES Classic comes out. You've got Forza comes out. You've got the raid still kind of happening, especially in the Mooch Maniacs clan. Like we still have yet to conquer that raid. We've got to conquer that raid in the clan. So we all try to get together and do that. I just haven't played a ton of CupHead. I've played only maybe about an hour. I do plan on putting a little bit more time into that. Maybe that's, like you said, 20-minute breaks. Crap, really good for NFL Sunday, right? In between.
That's what I've been doing. Like there was I don't know if you've gotten to the flying parts on that game yet, though. But they're a lot of fun. And it took me a while to beat the one. And once I beat it, I was like, yeah, because I got a little bit further each time. And so that's the cool thing about it. Like these games, like each level, like when people want to compare it to Souls games or whatever, I'm like, I don't know. Like Souls games, you lose all your progress. It's like, like with these, each map, each level is like 2 minutes. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal when you die, and you know what I'm saying? It's not frustrating, really.
I would never, in any kind of conscious mind, ever relate Cuphead to Dark Souls. I mean, I know I saw a few people saying that. I think somebody in the media actually even put an article out with that.
Yeah,
I think they were being facetious, though, right? They're kind of playing
any game that's hard gets.
They're just saying Dark Souls, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
You know,
I mean, I was playing Contra 3 yesterday on the SNES Classic. I didn't turn to the family like, this reminds me of Souls.
Yeah, I wish I could get the NES Classic or this SNES Classic, man.
I finally got to Island 2 on Cuphead, and you have to tell me if I'm just going insane, but do the bosses just get like extremely, extremely hard every island? Because if that's the case, I'm never getting Island 3.
They get harder as you progress, but it's like all just learning what they do. And then kind of going out and figuring out how to beat that. Like some I thought were like, man, super impossible. And again, I'm not even close to beating the game yet. But you know, and then I would die again, and I'd go, oh, okay. Then that little that little light switch, and you're like, that's what I got to do.
Well, that's great crap. I'm glad you said that, because that really is. But that is the essence of actually. Boy, it's funny we say it, no, but that is the essence of Souls and a lot of other games it's just repetition and learning the pattern, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is fun. 100%. I like that. I mean, that's figuring out a puzzle, folks. I mean, games are puzzles, you know, in essence. That's what makes Cuphead so great. I don't know. How are you enjoying it, Jay?
Oh, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I was a big fan of bullet hell games when I was younger, if you know what I mean by bullet hell. Just basically games where there's a lot of bullets on the screen and you're doing a lot of dodging and weaving and shooting. Love those games, but with Cuphead, it seems like I can't quite get the pattern for everything yet. And there's that one stage that I'm at now, the boss. It's the Candyland one where I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but anyway, these different candies come out and there's like a waffle and stuff like that. And it's like, how the hell am I supposed to figure this shit out? Like, they're coming from every direction. There's bullets coming. Oh, man. But I'm doing it. And I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
A miracle has just occurred, crap, that we're all unaware. Me and you are unaware of. Is we actually mentioned SNES Classic. You had said you can't wait to pick it up, and the Ouya police have not come out to arrest us or say anything yet. That's any minute now. Any minute now.
I get such a kick. You guys call me the Ouya police.
It's so true.
You love the Ouya, man.
You love that Ouya.
Okay, but you guys have to understand why I love the Ouya. I love the Ouya because it's basically an SNES Mini. It's an NES Mini. It's a Sega Genesis Mini. It's an N64 Mini.
Have you ever seen the James Franco gif? Okay, where he's like the same but different, but not the same. And he's like, that is what the Ouya is, my friend. The Ouya is a mess. It's an absolute mess. I don't think that could have been, I think that was a bigger fail. Like, I'm actually shocked you have it.
It's a jack of all trades, man. That's why you're calling it a failure. You know?
It's like a diner.
You know why people like the NES Mini and the SNES Mini is because they're officially Nintendo licensed things. You know what I mean? I think that has a lot to do with it in terms of
the controller comes from Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly. You know? So I get that. Like I totally understand what's going on with that. I just
I do have to make a comment though, if I have to be negative at all on it, and it's not negative, it's a critique, is I'm amazed and kind of let down a little that it is literally just it's a little plastic silhouette, if you will, I don't know, mold of the SNES. So like I knew it was coming, but I thought it was going to be a little bit more than that. It is lighter than a paperweight. You couldn't even use this thing if somebody was sneezing on your desk, the whole weight down. And and what's funny about it is to turn it on is the power, right? And then you remember the old reset, which was that slide up and down on the right. That's how you go from a game back to the main menu. So you have to do that every time, which again, here's the thing, okay, guys? Anybody that deals with anything with moving parts at work, you do realize that thing continuously sliding up. If that thing ever breaks, what is the reset button? If that ever breaks, you're effed, because when you're in game, there's no press start and go back to menu, unless I miss something. And if the audience wants to prove me wrong, that's fine. I'd love to be proven wrong here. So if you're playing, whatever it is, Super Mario World or Contra 3, or you're playing Super Castlevania 4, and you're playing these games, and you want to go back to the main menu to play like Super Street Fighter 2, I think is on there, you have to hit the reset button and then go back, which is fine, but you have to get up, you have to kind of go over, you have to hit it, and if something happens to that button, you're kind of screwed. Other than that, I would say this thing is, if I had to give it a rating, it's a 9.5 out of 10. It's just, nostalgia is about 8.5 of that 9.5, by the way. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug. It sure is.
Yeah, Mooch agrees with Mooch, of course.
Get out of here. I've been looking to clone myself for years. I'm my own best friend. It's great. I love this shit.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, no, it's been a hell of a week.
Yes.
There's a ton of stuff to do.
Absolutely.
Like I said, Forza Motorsport 7, that's amazing. Although some people are really flipping out about the VIP stuff and the loot boxes and
What's going on with that? I did see a little bit of rumbling last night.
They changed it around a bit, okay. So it's I don't know. The VIP used to be a little bit different, so it's weird. Like the game like if you had the VIP membership included with the Ultimate or Deluxe Edition, you would actually get. It has something to do with like more of it or something like that. Like the VIP, you can only do so much. They changed it, right? And then so a lot of people are giving it like 0 ratings and things like that on the store. So because what's going to happen is they're going to introduce like the microtransactions once it goes live for everybody, and I guess people are pretty unhappy about that. It's like, you know, more, and I've been a little bit, to be honest, for as far as Microsoft is concerned, I've been a little bit more concerned with the way they do these things. Like they've been doing this with Forza for a while, right? Right. Like I get the $100 edition and of Horizon 3 or whatever, but I still have to pay for the expansion maps. You know what I mean? Same thing with Forza Motorsport. They'll do probably 2 expansions and they'll be $20 each. Right. You know, even though you buy the most expensive version, just like Halo Wars 2, right? I bought the most expensive version of that, and with the season pass, and yet this new Awakening of the Nightmare Awakening or whatever. Yes. I still had to pay $20 for that. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, I feel like if you buy a season pass, you should get all the DLC.
No, I agree with you.
What point is there?
I do.
You know what I mean? Like, and hopefully they get this and hear the word, because that's what pisses people off. You have these games that are already online enabled. You know, like these are already, like they take the whole living game world or the games as a service thing a little bit too far sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like you're on the right track with Halo, right? Right. You have optional rec packs and things like that, free maps and what. That's how you do it. You don't do pay for a fucking season pass and then also pay for DLC after that. That doesn't make any sense.
No, I totally agree with you. I agree with you. And you know, they use the words like Ultimate Edition and the best edition ever. And then like 3 months later, they're like, if you don't mind, for $20 more, you can get what you actually wanted.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
the Matchbox guy from the 80s.
Yeah, you're already paying you're already paying for, like, basically when you pay the $100, a lot of that is just to get the game 4 days early.
I see. Yeah. No, and you know, I mean, that's something that kind of upsets people. You know, speaking of mooching, let's just talk about something here for a second. First of all, huge shout out to Weckless @_Weckless. Guy hooked me up. He's like, hey, it's your birthday. Don't bother picking anything up. I got something for you. Like literally 8 hours later, shows up a CupHead code. I can't thank him enough for that. Thank you for that birthday gift. But secondly, big deal crap launched yesterday, I think, unless I was just behind the times. Game gifting is now part of the alpha, which is huge, right? I mean, someone like myself, I'm walking around, I'm #mooching in everybody's goddamn DMs now. This is great for a lot of people. I'm shocked it took Microsoft this long, but this is a big deal. A lot of people have always wanted to gift something to, like, there's games a lot of times, my brother, or you say, you know, your cousin, or you got someone that's like, dude, you got to try this game out, right? You've done it to me a number of times. Come on, Mooch, come on. It's only $20. All of a sudden, how amazing. How, like, awesome is it as an adult? Like, you don't get these kinds of things anymore. You come home, you kick on your Xbox, all of a sudden you check your messages or wherever it's going to, like, pop up. I don't know where it would pop up, but I'm assuming your messages, and it's like, all of a sudden you have, like, a little gift package there. You open it, and bang. It's like it's a real-life, like, loot chest, okay? You know what I mean? You come home, you open it up, bang, there's a game in there. This is a huge deal. It's a feel-good edition for a lot of people.
It is. Right? You know what? I'm sure that the reason for the delay is you want to make sure that it's not something hackable or scammable. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, there's a lot of ins and outs to that, I'm sure. Because, like, you're getting a code in your email when somebody does that. And so they probably just have to make sure that it's safe 100% for both parties involved and things like that. So I like that. You know what I mean? I think it's cool. That's one of, like, here's the thing. I'm not a PC gamer, but there's certain things on PC that are appealing that you wish that could be on console, like game gifting and, of course, like the forward and backward compatibility, which Microsoft has down. So they're taking the only couple of things about PC gaming that was worthwhile and putting it on a console. You know? Yeah. So, hey, that's a win.
It's a huge win. Now, can you do that, or you cannot do that on PSN?
No, you cannot do that on PSN. I don't really foresee Sony, for whatever reason. I mean, it's money. I don't see why you wouldn't. but Sony seems like they put the bare minimum effort into what they're doing in terms of, those types of things. It just doesn't seem like they care as much,
Right. No, I totally agree with you. I mean, I do think that, so last night, it's funny. You sit here and you kind of want to go in on PSN, this and that. And I will say this much, crap. How much game? I don't know if you got any gaming in last night, but we gamed quite a while trying to get that raid together. And the reason we couldn't get the raid together is our team is pretty sharp right now. And we couldn't get the game together because chat was completely and utterly not working last night. And
there was some kind of screw up with insider program, and
it was the insider, but it leaked out because here's the problem. I'm in the insider program, but I'm in Delta. Yeah. Shout out to Assassin, who's in Alpha. The Alpha is one.
I saw him complaining yesterday. He's like, I just want to play my games and be in chat.
Right. Well, I mean, that was the problem. Like, we just couldn't. We couldn't get everything. You can't do a raid without communication. And chat was not working. So we found out the loophole for the alpha members, someone like Assassin, was to go into game chat and he can at least hear us. So we went there. The minute we went into game chat, I could hear everybody, but they couldn't hear me. And I even reset the game and went back in. And it just, we literally spent 2 hours problem shooting chat. So, and I was trying to explain to a few people that were like, this doesn't, some people were saying this doesn't really happen a lot on PlayStation. The thing is that Xbox has this issue, right, crap, every time a major UI comes out.
Yeah.
I noticed a month and a half before.
This is going to be the last one for a while.
And that's what I said last night. I'm like, guys, well, I mean, we have to go by Mike Ybarra. Mike Ybarra said all they're going to do from this point on is start to polish, not change. And all I can say is, thank God, hallelujah. You know what I mean? Like, we've had enough. I used to really enjoy every 6, 12 months, maybe 18 months, having a new refresh. But I got to say, as old and as busted and bored and useless as the PlayStation UI is, it's been the same UI since PS3, and they've just perfected it. It's very smooth. It's bugless for the most point. And I think I don't like its function or its layout at all. But what's there is very smooth, and it works very quickly. So even if you don't like it, it does work. And I think what people are just tired of with the Xbox thing is I'm tired of constantly being the guinea pig. You know what I mean, crap? I mean, it's literally every year we've got to kind of hook ourselves back up to the Matrix and go back in for a few months. You know what I mean? And it's like, all right, I'm kind of done with this. I'd kind of like to just be free. You know what I mean? Let me be, if I may. So
yeah. I hear you. That's why I did the video about that when Mike said that they're not going to do any more after this, just little tweaks here and there. And I was like, yeah, I bet Mooch will be freaking happy about that. You know what I mean? Just like, I know a lot of people that feel that way. You know what I mean? It's like they're all for like the better performance and stuff. But at the same time, it's like they're changing it literally all the time now. You know what I mean? Like,
it's too much.
Stick to something. And just be happy with it,
it's I like how you said that, crap, but take what you just said and combine it with what I was saying a second ago about the way I feel about PlayStation's UI. Here's the thing, even when people didn't like not this current UI not the one you have, crap, you have the alpha, but the one that people have that I have right now in the Delta or don't have insider program, people were just getting used to that, and people were liking. I had a lot of people write me. You know what they said, crap? They literally said, look, I wouldn't mind advancements. I wouldn't mind new UI. But to be honest with you, I'm just getting used to this one, and this one's fine. Meaning we all become accustomed, right? So when people think of the PlayStation UI, nobody says how great it is. Nobody says how great it is at all. But what people say is it's familiar. We all get familiar with things.
But that's because it's the same damn thing since the PSP in 2005, basically. So it's just got a couple more pictures on there or whatever, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Right. So, right. No, I agree. We do happen to have 7,000 voicemails, and I'm sure we have some call-ins too. So why don't we?
We're almost a half hour in, and we haven't done a single voicemail.
There's so much to talk about, crap, right? I mean, CupHead, like I said, there's just like Forza, the game gifting. This all came about in the past, 2 days. It's great to have this kind of news on the weekend.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. So we have True Racer on deck. Good fan of the show and both of ours, and I think might be a crapaholic.
He could be.
We'll find out. Yeah, quite possibly.
This is True Racer YT. I'm calling to leave my voicemail for MNC Morning Sunday. Anyways, two-part question. With the fall update for Xbox, supposed to come out sometime this fall. First part, when do you guys think it'll actually come out? Second part, we heard rumors recently of an Upload Studio update. You guys think that'll come out before the X comes out. What are your thoughts on those two topics? This is your boy True Racer YT. I'm out.
He's out.
Deuces.
I think they're both.
Deuces.
I think they're both going to come out at the same time. I think right around the time that the Xbox One X comes out. I just feel like that makes the most sense. We obviously are getting a update to Upload Studio.
Yeah.
You still got Sunset Overdrive stuff in there. There's nothing new. You know what I mean? They have to update it because it's getting the 4K stuff. So
this is a great point for me to make a point, Crap. If I'm on the fence right now, I have. I'm actually gifting. I bought 2 Project Scorpios, but I'm gifting one to a family member. But I mean, my point is this: if Upload Studio gets a complete overall,
that deal, by the way, that PlayStation VR, bro. Woo.
Oh yeah. Are you out of your mind? That thing is literally the only thing cool about PSVR is I went and bought the $40 stand or whatever it is. It looks cool sitting in my office.
Oh, doesn't it?
That,
yeah. Mine's sitting there too, dude. I got the little stand with the little dildo sitting in there.
People come over to the house and they're like, "What is that?" It's like the same way that they looked at Doc Brown in fucking Back to the Future. Listen,
Great Scott.
Great Scott. 1.27. But like literally, if they do that. I like how I use the word "do" twice in one sentence, but
what it do?
Shout out to Southie. If they do that, then I will grab another one and put it in my office because then I would like to start to do a little bit of like, no, folks. Mooch is not doing daily content, but I would definitely do weekly content. I would do a weekly show, maybe just a quick 8-minute thing where I could take my time and put a little editing into it and just record some gameplay and hang out and enjoy that. I would do that if they put the money and effort into a new Upload Studio. So I'm hoping, Crap. I really am, because I would put a little bit more effort into getting some weekly content out as far as the video.
It'd be easy to do, because you have so much gameplay. You could just be, since you're good at like Destiny, you could just do something like Destiny update or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, and don't get me wrong,
pretty big.
That's actually huge and something I would like to do. But I don't want. If I did do something like that, I would put a spin on it. Maybe I'd ask the audience what they'd like to see. But I just think that Upload Studio needs a refresh real bad. And the thing is don't give me a refresh in 2017 and then don't hit it again until 2022. They've got to actually keep this thing up every 6 months.
Yeah, obviously, like, this is the thing, right? Microsoft, you're pushing social games, multiplayer games, right? This whole social aspect, sharing pics, sharing whatever, which we know they're doing. They're totally redoing everything. We've heard this, right? The pic sharing is not going to be offsite anymore. You're going to be able to do it right to Twitter and whatnot with the videos as well. This is needed. You got to do a better job of it. When Nintendo and the Switch has a better way to share screenshots,
well,
you done goofed.
Listen, I mean, what do you think, Crap? I brought it up about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It might have even been, after Gamescom. I said the whole thing was surprising to me. I thought the Xbox One X, it would have been a nice way. They're always revamping the controller anyways. I thought they would have put another button on there that would have given us a share ability that was a hardware button instead of just software.
Yeah.
And I mean, the way they have it now, I haven't seen. Have you seen anything in the alpha where they've changed it, or is it still you have to hit the home button and then that those 3 options come up at the top of the screen?
It's still the same right now, but
I don't think they get much better than that. I don't know if they can get any better than that.
Well, probably not. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it was always Xbox. Take a screenshot anyway.
Right.
Like, I can remember being at parties where everybody's doing that. You know what I mean? Like, Xbox, take a scrreenshot.
Right. I do
it doesn't always work, so you got to do the damn thing where you push the fucking button.
I'd almost make it. I'd almost prefer, and I mean, tell me if this makes any difference to you. And honestly, if you say no, Mooch, it doesn't matter. What's the difference between? I would almost rather we had to push the X button that we, the illuminated X button there, and then hit the start button or whatever is the start button now. It would just make it less. I'm still looking.
Press the start select button at the same time to take a screenshot. You know how, like, on phones you can take a screenshot by pressing 2 buttons.
That's not a bad idea, Crap, but I will say this much. First of all, I think it's better than what they have. But the timing of that. Sometimes when you're doing it with phones, it'll either just shut the phone off or go to home, or sometimes it messes it up. That has more room for error, I think, than just pressing one button than another one button. I don't know what they're going to come up with. I hope it's something besides the lit up Xbox button and then Y. Listen, I've been taking a million screenshots. I have like 60 something screenshots just in Destiny, and I still look up and like, is it X or Y? Fuck, I can't remember. So that happens to me a lot where I'm not thinking about it, because when I'm playing the game and I want to capture that shot, it's usually quickly. I'm not sitting there and like posing for the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
I definitely.
Hopefully they got something in the works. That's an easy fix for them. They just got to get creative.
Maybe the next iteration of the Elite controller that's going to be Bluetooth and much better than the one we have now for 150 and make me spend another 150 on a goddamn controller. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But we've got Tony Berg on deck. Let's see what he has to say. Our good friend Tony.
Yes.
As I just watched the Xbox One X commercial.
Crap, Jay, Tony Berg. Hope you gentlemen are having an awesome day. Happy Sunday, and happy Sunday to everybody who's listening. Okay, super quick question, because you're probably going to have 55,000 voicemails today, and knowing you two, you won't shut up about something, so we won't get hardly a third of the voicemails done, but I still love you guys. Anyway, my question, with the release of the Super Nintendo Classic, obviously I reckon the N64 Classic is going to come out next year, so give me your top 5 games for the N64 that you'd love to see on the Classic. And this question is to the 3 of you. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
What do you think, Crap? I mean, I know you said you and Hellhammer are anticipating an N64.
I am. The SNES one would be the top one for me because, to be honest with you, N64, while those had a lot of good games, and I'm sure a lot of people are really into that.
Yeah.
The 16-bit era translates best, and we're so used to that now, even with the games we get. Whereas those blocky polygons from the N64 era are not very attractive. Just like PS1 games, if you ever try to go back and play PS1 games, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
I agree.
Yeah, so I think that the SNES is definitely the one that most people should be interested in. That personally, that's the one I'm interested the most.
Me too. I have to agree with you. I mean, it's not that I didn't play N64, but what I enjoyed on N64, we talked about the other day. It was Mario 64. I like GoldenEye. I like the way that was the first time that Mario Kart was actually done correctly with that 3D, 3D imaging. But besides the obvious answers, the Super Nintendo was truly my. That was where I would definitely say my nostalgia lays. This has been the only thing that upsets me about the SNES Classic is I just wish that Nintendo made it so we could add more games to it down the road. Even, I mean, of course, pay for them, but get them on there. And that's something that I don't think is going to be. I don't think you're going to be able to do that unless they have those slots in front that are used for controllers that'll eventually be an add-on that you can pop a thumb drive in and it has another 30 games. I don't know how they would do it, but if there's a will, there's a way. Trust me.
I just got your DM.
Yes. Gotta love. If anybody knows what iJustine does for a living, please put that in the comments, or not the comment in the chat. Like, God bless her. She's literally one of my favorite Twitter follows because she's just like, she'll wake up, she'll have a cup of coffee, and it'll be like 2 million likes. I'm like, hey, yeah.
Hey, how do I get in?
How do I do that?
I definitely want to get that too, man. I want to have 4 million YouTube.
Just got done buttering my toast. 1.7 million likes. Okay, yeah, all right, good. That's nice silverware.
Well, she likes Xbox, so
she does like Xbox. She's an Xbox fan. Well, she's an Xbox fan off the record. If you asked her, she likes everything because she never leaves home without a Unity candle.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what everybody does now. They're Unity.
When you get off the plane and you're in Vegas, I think they give you like a couple free tokens just to try and get hooked on gambling. When you get off the plane in Honolulu, you get that you get laid, like they say over, or you get that necklace.
Yeah.
And the second you land in San Francisco, you get a Unity candle and maybe a latte. I'm not sure, but something along those lines.
Hey, Princess Christina says iJustine is pretty for a living.
Well, yeah, I will agree with you. Yes, she does have that going for her too. That works.
You guys want more followers? You need more nip slips.
Okay.
We have already discussed. We've had internal discussions about MNC morning calendar.
Yes. It'd be like the George Costanza calendar. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I just watched that, dude. No, I've been on a Seinfeld kick because it's on Hulu, so I've been watching that. And,
I'm glad you got into it, Crap. I'm telling you, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean, I grew up on it, man. I love that show. But just going back, but it has been long enough, so a lot of the shows, like, I don't really remember all that well. So seeing them again is absolutely hilarious, and the more I actually kind of relate to George as a character than anybody else.
Right.
Like George is kind of like me. Like especially like the whole nap situation. Like I've taken a nap in a bathroom before when I worked. Like you know what I mean, fell asleep on the toilet in the stall. Like and they're like, where's he at? I don't know.
You are Costanza.
I know.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more of the Jerry. You know what I mean? I'm more of like, you know, your belt touches the bottom of any kind of thing in any bathroom. You're like, I got to throw that belt out. I need a new belt. You know,
yeah,
everything's got to be clean. Yeah. And Tim always gives me. Tim Dog's like, well, you're one of those neat guys, aren't you? I say, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I mean, I get that, but yeah, that show's great. You know, I love being able to go back. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, anyone check it? Like Crap saying, check Seinfeld out. Especially like we have a younger audience. A lot of people miss the whole day. Like, oh, I heard of Seinfeld, but I don't really get it. It's day-to-day experiences when they weren't really talked about, and then also for the new age guys, there's Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO, which is more of the George. Yeah, it's the George look at life instead of the Jerry look at life. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty funny stuff, and they even do a reunion on.
There is a reunion, I think, at the end of the 4th season or 5th season. I could be wrong which season it is, but they do a full reunion, which is awesome. Great to get the whole crew together.
We've got a Brazilian on deck. Yeah, his name's Henna from Brazil. These are some hardcore Xbox fans.
Let's listen to Henna.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Henna. I'm from Brazil. My friend told me about your channel, and I was like, oh, why not send a voicemail to them? So I just made a job. So there's this game called CupHead, a beautiful 30s cartoon visual parent game that has just been released. You know, CupHead was only released for Xbox and PC platforms. My question is, what do you think about that? Not only for CupHead, for all games in general. What do you think of games being released only for some platforms? Is it only marketing? Is it the coding? Is it the business? Oh, and if there's a CupHead giveaway going on, I would love to enter. Thanks and goodbye.
Nice. Well, he is entered, and to be honest with you, I like exclusives crap. I mean, I know it sounds like it's old school talk right now, but that's what defines you, right? As a gaming console.
Yeah.
What else defines you if you have the same games as your competitor, same online services for all practical purposes as your competitor? I mean, then we're going to just sit here and you're going to make a decision on your purchase over the controller? I mean, I don't know what we're talking about. I don't understand people that are like, we need to have kumbaya and have everything all over the place. That's just not how it works.
Most of the people that say that they don't believe in exclusives, believe it or not, are PC people. Right?
Yeah, they are.
I got kind of in an argument with somebody like that last week on Twitter where he's like, yeah, there shouldn't even be exclusives. And I said, you know what? I could pick out that you're a PC dude right away. Like that doesn't, you know what I mean? Because they want, you know why they don't want exclusives? Because then they could play them all on their PC, right?
That's right.
And for me, I like the different experiences I get from the different consoles, right? Now, look, I know I'll probably get shit for this, but the Switch is cool. You can take it; it's portable. You can play it on the dock or whatever. It's cool, you know. It is what it is. You play those Nintendo exclusives. That's what you know. It has its own hardware. It's not the most powerful thing, but it's unique. It's something cool. The PS4, I like PSVR. You know, it doesn't seem like Xbox is going to get VR anytime. So I like playing PSVR on there. It's got its own thing. Xbox One or Xbox One X, that's where I'm going to play, 90% of everything because it's going to be the best versions of everything. And then, of course, the exclusives and stuff. But you need stuff that's exclusive to that content. Otherwise, the only reason why people would buy a console is because it's the most powerful one. And then you're just going to get, like, everybody trying to one-up each other every other year. You know what I mean? Well, now we're the most powerful. No, now we are. And I think that's going to
happen. That's going to happen kind of with the power thing. The only question, and I mean, I keep going back to that Xbox Nation, man. It was like 2.5 months ago. And Hellhammer made a point to say that he really, truly believes that, and I agree with Hellhammer, that Xbox One 2, if you want to call it, or Xbox 2, whatever the next successor to X is, has to come out day and date with the PS5. And I actually watched a Digital Foundry video yesterday. And, Ledbetter actually, when he's not spewing his biased opinion, he actually was saying something quite interesting. And he was saying, when the PS5 comes out, they had asked him, do you think that the Xbox will have to come out as well? I thought it was great because they asked the same question. He also said yes. He's like, Xbox is going to have to launch when the PS5 launches because he said what's going to happen is he goes, it's not that the GPU is going to be astronomically better, but he said what's going on now is with Ryzen and this and that. He said you're going to have a CPU issue. So he says what's going to happen is if Xbox doesn't launch when PlayStation does, or vice versa, the games will tremendously look, feel differently in the fact that the CPUs of this generation won't be able to keep up. And he said that's where they're going to have to. And I thought that was he explained it much better, but I thought he was dead accurate with that.
Yeah.
They're both going to have to come out, within a week of each other, 2 weeks of each other, something of that nature.
I actually do think that 2020 will see the next Xbox and the PlayStation 5. So
I totally agree.
Yeah, like they'll announce the PS5 in 2019 sometime. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it'll come out in 2020, and I think
2020.
and then we'll get some kind of Xbox too, because I think that they do have to stay on the ball more, and I'm sure that they're already planning that next thing. And I think that, look, if you're like, oh man, but we're just getting the Xbox One X, it's 2017, that means you could have, and you don't have to upgrade because it's going to be forward compatible, at least for a while. So if you want to stick with the One X for a while, you're free to do that. That's one of the good things about what Microsoft is doing. So I think that it's going to be cool. It's going to be interesting to see going forward. I do think that they need that. Even though Microsoft is trying to get out of the generational thing, they do need that fresh start.
Right.
Like completely. I do think the Xbox One X is going to do extremely well, but I still think you need that fresh start too. You know what I mean? That generational, like, here we are. And apparently there's games that are already in development for both the next gen Xbox. It's not the One X and the PS5. I forget who the hell it was, but some developer is already doing that. So.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Microsoft can't get caught with their pants down again, right? I don't think they can risk the next generation, and all these developers are going to be making all these games that are much more CPU intensive next gen, and Microsoft be like, but we'll be there next year, I swear. Really, we got a good show. They need to be ready. And the only thing with that is, look, at the PS4 Pro is a complete nut. I don't care whether I have one, crap, you have one. Here's the thing. It's a bust. Okay, because I very rarely turn on my PS4 Pro and be like, wow, thank God I got this and upgraded. I feel like I'm going to say that every time I turn on the X, right? But I think so. But the problem is there's a lot of people buying the X here in 2017. I'm just a little curious. To how people are going to feel in 2020 when they have to pull another $400 or $500 out of their pocket. And
that, my friend, is a you problem.
It certainly is. And that's a good point. That is a good point, because I don't mind. Frankly, as a quote-unquote gamer, I like how everyone's a gamer, but then they don't want to spend any money on a console. I don't mind that. I really have no issue. I think $400, $500 over 3-4 years, break that down. Everyone I know and talk to on Twitter and YouTube, you guys are on your Xboxes every night. Every night. That's 365 days. Do that division, 360, or do the multiplication in division. 365 by 3-4 years, and then divide it by the $500 cost. I mean, honestly, you're talking about, I think we came down to a crap. It's like 42 cents a day. It's literally, if someone threw you 50 cents tomorrow and said, hey, go knock yourself out. Anything you want, it's on me. Here's 50 cents. Get out of here. Get out of my way. Get out of here. Like, you can't do anything with that. You can't. You can't even get 2 Red Hots. You can't do anything. So, I mean, there's nothing out there for that. And I think if you're a gamer and you're listening to these shows, you really can't complain. And there's always a trade-in. There's always a trade-up clause that's going on right in the beginning. Always take advantage of that. Capitalize on the money you have in your home right now sitting in the box under your TV. Those boxes are worth anywhere from $100 to $200 at new launch. You have to wait the equivalent of 2.5 to 3 years to see that come off the sticker price, folks. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of stuff you can trade in.
Old controllers, crap.
Yeah, old controllers, whatever you want, man. I think that it's really kind of a once the people, what the hell, that phone, iPhone X or whatever, once that thing sold out at $1,000, like that whole thing, $500 for for 3 or 4 years on a console is too expensive. It just got thrown out the window as far as I'm concerned.
It's not just, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind you using the phones as a but I
that's what they're clearly going for. I mean, absolutely. I know they try to stay away from saying that really, but it's clear that they are going for that. And I think Sony is too. Like, Sony wants to go the iterative way as well, because you're gonna be able to stay more with the time and keep more of your audience from switching, because we know people that went like maybe PC or whatever after a certain amount of time with the 360 PS3 because they got kind of stagnant or whatever. But if they can just sit there and get people to upgrade every few years, I think that's what they're going to do.
But here's the thing. A lot of people would hear what you just said, and they'll start getting angry. Someone will start lighting a match. Listen, here's the thing. Don't get upset, folks, okay? Don't get upset.
You can still use the older stuff still. You know what I mean? Like, look, some people, not everybody's going to upgrade. There's people that are going to be perfectly happy with there's people right now that are happy with just their base PS4s or their launch Xbox One.
That's very true, Crap. I've seen a lot of pictures. People have been posting. They're like, hey, listen, here's my kids playing Cuphead. They're having a lot of fun. And the first thing I looked at was, well, they still have what I call the Xbox One Fat. They still have that. And I'm like, wow, people still have that. I mean, I've had the S now for well over the year. And I'm thinking that's just the new iteration, and I'm enjoying the sleek new body style. But I mean, that's fine. You know what I mean? Look, it happens with cars. It's not just phones was my point.
Yeah.
It happens with everything. Every 6 years in the auto industry, you have a new version of whatever car it is you like that comes out. You know, and in this case, it's every same thing. That now it's probably going to be 3 to 5 years in the gaming world, but it was 6-7 years before, and that's not this. What's the big deal? I mean, if it's something you use every day.
I agree 100%. Let's see. We
should take a voicemail.
Mr. Zombie Killer on deck. Yeah, because we got a bunch of them, guys. So we're going to get as many as we can for the Cuphead giveaway. So, Mr. Zombie Killer, what's up?
I'm going to warn you, this is a long one, guys.
That's all right. Me and Crap been talking for a while. We could use a...
Yeah. Actually, we've been going off.
Hello, MC Mornings. It's Mr. Zombie Killer. And wanted to wish you guys a happy Cuphead day and weekend. Came out today, and I've been playing it a little bit, and it's hard as hell. I'm probably with Crap. I just finished the tutorial, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm sweating. Oh my god. That was 6 hours. No. I just finished a couple levels, and it took me a few minutes, but it's pretty good. I love the art style, I love the music and everything. I think this is probably one of the best platformers probably on Xbox this generation. So that's good. And I have to get out my list again. And do you know what that list is, right? It's the stupid idiot list and the guy from 343 who is basically a dickwad and talking shit everywhere. He's going on that list. I don't know his name. I don't know if you guys mentioned it. I forget. But I remember hearing you guys talk about it on Xbox Nation, which was a pretty good show. Yeah, that guy's on the fucking list. So, goodbye him. Hopefully, he should just join Sean Murray in the little fucking underground cave. And I heard that PUBG is not Xbox exclusive anymore, and that it could be coming to the PlayStation 4. And I'm when that does overreact, I'm not gonna overreact. Kind of like Crap said, some people are gonna overreact, but I think that it's not a big deal because. One, everyone knows it's got Xbox first, and they mainly support PC. So the PC and Xbox version is gonna be the best. And by the time that game reaches PS4, it'll probably be dead. So I don't know. I think that Microsoft had a huge missed opportunity on buying Bluehole because they could have made so many games down the line in the years, and they could have helped them out, and because they're really creative on making that game. So it would have been cool if they did buy them out. And another missed opportunity that Microsoft had was Halo 3 Anniversary 4K and everything. On Monday, everyone was so hyped and dancing around Halo 3, and I even was. But it was like all I seen was Halo 3, and the whole mixer stuff was going on. And I'm like, you know what? It would have been really nice if they did release a Halo 3 Anniversary 4K selling all these Xbox One X's, because it probably would have sold a fuck ton. And they missed that opportunity. I wouldn't say it's a bad or good thing, but I would say that it's just an opportunity missed. Especially with the shit lineup they have right now. I mean, 2 biggest games basically just released just now with Forza and CupHead out. So with Halo 3 Anniversary releasing either this week or on November 7th, and it's just a month late. Oh no! So it would have been awesome, and a lot of people probably would have came back after that Master Chief stuff that happened, because that Master Chief was just bad. I mean, to me it wasn't bad. I played it; it was fine, but all the people, they won't go back. And the Halo 5 maps aren't the same, but they're pretty good though. I played a few games of those. So what did you guys think, if the Halo 3 Anniversary was a missed opportunity or not? And you guys have a good Sunday. Thanks, Jay. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I'm out.
Well, I mean,
man, it was MNC and Mr. Zombie Killer right there.
Yes, it was. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, Halo 3 anniversary would have been a big thing to do. Just something that you could have been like, okay, here's
crap. You guys made a great pitch on Crossfire for that, but I mean, my whole thing is, so now don't think of yourself as a Halo fan. Think of yourself as Xbox consumer. You're buying a lot of things, especially this week with CupHead, right, and other things. Forza came out, a lot of diehard things that Xbox fans wanted. I mean, we have the Halo Master Chief Collection. I understand it doesn't have the what do they call it? Was it Blue Point? I can't remember the name of the company that actually does those amazing cutscenes. But like, we didn't have that for Halo 3, but we've just got Halo 3 2 years ago, and the Master Chief Collection brought up to 1080p 60. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, did you guys really wanted to buy it again with a couple of cutscenes? Oh, I'm hearing somebody come back into here.
Sorry about that. My computer froze and I had to jump out and jump back in.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But I mean, is the show? Can people still hear us? It says we're live on my. It says we're live here.
I'm not sure. I'm not the one hosting the show, so.
My nothing. Everyone's like, I hear Mooch, I hear you. Listen, I don't know what happened. Jay said his computer shot out, but I don't know what that was.
But I have a feeling that had something to do with maybe Crap, because Crap doesn't seem to be here.
Yeah, Crap's not here. I don't know what happened, guys. I don't know. It must be a glitch in the Matrix. I don't know if any of you guys saw the cat walk by twice. But yeah, no, listen. Jay's here. We're gonna wait for Crap to get back in here, but yeah, I don't know, but Jay, I'll talk to you for a minute since everyone says they can hear me. Here's Crap. Crap's back. Not sure what happened there. I never left. I was just talking, and I'm like, all of a sudden, I hear no response back, and I'm looking at the chat, and I'm like, it still says live. I don't know where everybody went. So
dude, I had a lightning strike, and then the power it didn't go out. It just like browned out for a second, and then so obviously the router reset. But yeah, I hop back in. I'm still around. Hey. You fools, hit that like button because we got a top 10 today, and you ain't getting it till at least 200 something. So
I'm writing we're back on Twitter, guys. Just let everybody know we're back. A lot of people, boy, everybody is really quick to bounce out the minute if one person's out. They're like, the hell with this show and the production.
Those 20 crapaholics, man. Dude, I was coming right back, guys. It's all good.
Yeah, right? So
hurricanes, we just got some rain and some thunderstorms right now.
Yeah, oh, you guys do have some bad weather down there, huh?
Yeah, okay. We got some kind of, it's not a tropical depression or anything, but a tropical system.
Right.
That's kind of going over us. So yeah, we're back. Woo!
Yeah. Listen, you know what I was saying to you, Crap? I don't know how much you heard of it, but I was saying you guys made a good point on Friday with the Halo 3. I just think I didn't myself personally. I don't know if I would have just jumped at the bit because I can't remember the company that actually did the. Was it Blue Point? I can't remember who did the.
No, it was Blur.
Blur, thank you. And when Blur did it, like they do fantastic work. There's nothing to say but fantastic. 10 out of 10 for them. But I don't know if that was something that I wanted. I have Halo Master Chief Collection. I can play 1080p 60, and yeah, I don't have the cutscenes. But how many times can we just go back to the well for that? I thought that would have been
for me personally. Like I said, like this is the thing. Halo 3 was the it game for the 360. 16 million helped push 16 million consoles that year. I mean, not 16. It didn't sell 16 million, but that's how many sold on the back of that. So, and then it's the best-selling Halo of all time. The thing is, even though there is Master Chief Collection, that is so weird with how you do the multiplayer. So a lot of people like the traditional Halo 3 multiplayer with those maps.
Right.
You know, they do it weird in the Master Chief Collection. So why not, redo the assets 4K 60 Halo?
Yes.
No matter what. I think that would have been, you pop it out there for $40 or a pack-in or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that's because look, you celebrated Fable 1 anniversary, right? You celebrated Halo 1, Halo 2 anniversary, but not Halo 3. Like that to me is a crime. They barely even acknowledged the damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think you guys nailed it. What they should have done was not done the Master Chief Collection. They should have just done the releases, like you said. Have Halo 2 come out when Master Chief came out, and then Halo 3 right now. And I think
because Master Chief Collection, it's good, and they did a good job with it for the most. Like the campaign and stuff are good, but when you're going through 3 generations of online, so it was bound to have some issues. You had like Xbox. The original Halo didn't even have online for Xbox. Original Xbox. So you had 2 Xbox games, you're running on that old code. Then you had Xbox 360 games,
right?
And then you're trying to get all that to run on an Xbox One,
right?
Yeah, like it was bound to have problems, and it wasn't even 343 that really did it. It was, I mean, like you had Blur do the cutscenes on Halo 2 Anniversary, and then you had Certain Affinity and Saber Interactive do they did the majority of the lifting.
Now I'd like to come back to Mooch. I'd like to call Mooch back to the stand. Do you guys remember I said something on Xbox Nation and you guys all shot me down? And I hope you're right. But this is my same concern when you're talking about 3 different companies making Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm telling you, when you have 3 different people, just kind of working together to get one item out and work like seamlessly, especially with software. I mean, you might go, Mooch, listen, it's better to have 3 different... What's wrong?
You're like, dude, here's the thing. Those are old. They're trying to rework old code. This is new stuff. So you have
any idea what software and software engineers, what they go through? If one freaking semicolon is out of place, the whole thing could be a catastrophe.
I get it, but you know what? This is the way games have been doing for years now. Like the Call of Duties. Just look at it.
So.
Like lately, you'd have like Raven Software do the single player for a Call of Duty while Sledgehammer does the multi. You know what I mean? So this is something that's not new. It's been going on for a while. I like that. Did you watch that Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Yeah, but crap, you can't say look at it. It looks amazing. It looks amazing. I'm buying it. It's not even a question. Okay, it's not even a question. The point of the matter is that you can't look at a trailer and be like everything's going to be okay. You know what I mean?
I just think that when they have a deal with Disney, EA does, right? They've got to put out quality games. The first one was rushed, but man, this new one, like they have the stars tied into it. John Boyega was the one that introduced it. To me, this is what Star Wars Battlefront should have been to begin with. This is what I'm excited over.
Absolutely.
It's so very exciting, man. It's like
what's funny? So crap. I'll tell you something. Let's just talk in hypotheticals because hypotheticals is fun for podcasting and talk shows. In the sense that it is as great as you're saying and everything works seamlessly. If it's that good, crap. I mean, it's going to steal a little thunder from Call of Duty.
It could. I mean, I didn't think that would happen the first time, but then the first game ended up selling like 15 million or something.
Yeah.
So
Nostalgia, man. You put Star Wars on something. It could literally be a toy that says it does nothing. This toy does nothing. And people buy it. It doesn't matter what it is.
And the big thing is this comes again on a mainline Star Wars entry because you have Episode 8.
Episode 8 releasing in December, which is just a few weeks after the game.
Yep. It's gonna be pretty damn huge. I mean, that's everybody's excited for this, and I can see why, man. I'm really excited for it. So, but we do got a ton of more voicemails we got to get to, and we got a top 10. So hit that like button so we can get. We got a lot of stuff to go through today, so let's go ahead and get someone on the second floor, I believe.
Someone on the second floor is calling in? Great.
Oh, they got a voicemail.
Hey, Mooch Crap, J-Dubs, Luca here. I just want to say real quick, I was feeling really hasty after that Leviathan raid, so I blocked Mooch, but I unblocked him for his birthday because, I can't have my Italian M&M blocked like that. Like, I can't be doing that.
That's my girl.
Mooch, you are unblocked now. Okay. But my question for this week was, what are you guys looking forward to the most in regards to what the X can do? I'm looking forward to faster load times because let me tell you, I don't have the patience to wait anymore. So I know a lot of people would be like, oh, the graphics and the effects and all that stuff, right? I'm like, no, give me better load times because I do not have the patience to wait anymore for this kind of stuff. So yeah, what are you guys looking forward to the most in regards to the X? All right, guys, that's it for me. Happy Thoughttober. Hey, bye.
You know, it's funny. Luca was in our chat. We even asked Luca, we're like, Luca, please join us in the raid tonight. She's like, well, you know, she's like, let me know if you need an extra person. But she like, and she did the greatest buy. She does that buy all the time, and it gets better and better because she changes it. Like yesterday, she's like, all right, guys, I'm going to bounce out of here. I'm going to try this other game. I'll pop back in, see how you guys are doing on this raid in a little bit. And she's like, and she just like, she totally even gave up on the buy. She was like, bye. It was great. I was like, that is perfect. How she does. She's managed to change it every time, and it sounds great. No, I mean, I'll be honest with you, and this sounds real cheeseball to just agree with her, but I'm looking forward to faster load times too. One of the people I look forward to in the industry that's no longer in the industry really is Adam Sessler. And Adam Sessler did a couple of great bits. I shouldn't call them bits. That sounds like they're comedy. A couple of great actual like editorials, if you will, on what this generation was supposed to be. And he interviewed the likes of Albert Pinello. He interviewed Cerny. And these guys were all telling Sessler in these interviews. I watched them. And they were like, yeah, load times will be better, this and that. Listen, are load times better than the 360 PS3 era? I believe they probably are, but they are by fractions of a second. You know what I mean? It's like not much better. So I would like to see with Xbox One X them say, and we heard this from Mike and we've heard this from Albert, that with the cache and the things that they actually have in reserve with these 9 gig, if some developers aren't utilizing them for memory bandwidth as far as the game, that cache can be used for faster load times, things like that. So on games we own, they should like whoop, just kind of like download instantly. And that is something that, Luca, I'm looking forward to very much. I really, really think that faster load times is very important for the future of gaming. It shows progression.
I'm looking forward to just 4K gaming.
Well, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. But I mean, that's on the box. Yeah. Faster load times is not on the box.
Well, they actually do advertise that on the Xbox site, though.
Do they? Like, okay, if it's on the site, then that's...
Look at it, like when you're looking at it, it tells you higher performance, steadier frame rates, amazing detail, faster load times. Like, so it goes over everything. And they actually got this huge list of like 130 plus games on there now supporting Xbox One X. So I think that's pretty damn awesome.
Right. No, I agree. I agree with you. Jay, what do you think? What is the one thing you're looking forward to in the X if you're not in the middle of a phone call?
Looking forward to it, probably bigger worlds, better looking games, faster games. You know, like 60 frames per second is a big deal for me, and I just like to see everything go in that direction.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I like everything you said, Jay, except if they make some of these games any bigger worlds, to be honest with you, like, we'll never finish any of these games. Like, there are look at like Grand Theft Auto. I mean, how big is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the way I look at
it. I guess when I say bigger worlds, I'm not just saying like big, gigantic open worlds that take you 12 years to complete. I'm talking about just a type of game where you can experience several different types of locations. You know,
right?
Like, one stage you're in the city, one stage you're in the country, one stage you're underwater. You know, like things like that.
Well, I see where you're coming from with that. It was funny. And then what was the other thing you'd said? You said larger, and then you said faster. Like, I don't think you're going to get much. I don't think the X is going to bring you 60 frames. You know what I mean? Like guaranteed.
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. It depends on what.
Well, like Rise of the Tomb Raider, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Good example. I mean, I guess some of your older games will, Jay, but I don't know if you're going to see anything coming out because remember, there has to be parity with the Xbox One family. And that's limiting.
And what you guys were saying earlier about like load times getting faster, well, here's the problem. There's a balance between load times and size of games, and the games are not getting any smaller. So
well, the problem, the difference is like they have that extra memory on the X now, so it actually like can cache a lot of that stuff easier. So even like Shadow of War, they're like it takes over a minute to load up on the other console, but you load up on the X in seconds. So that's what's up for me personally, like being able to load up faster in terms of what it does, because it's going to be able to cache stuff just because of the memory and things like that. So for me, yeah, like the faster load times is great, but I didn't buy 4K TV to not play 4K games.
Right, and I mean that's one of the greatest lines you have, Crap, going into this next generation. Is that's what you want? You want to see 4K? You'll sacrifice the 30 for the 60, the 60 for the 30, or however. Vice versa.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the game. Like shooters, I won't. But for most games, like Assassin's Creed or a Tomb Raider, hell yeah. You know, like especially if it's like solid 30. You know, I have no problem with that.
Well, that's going to be interesting.
I mean, look how many people like Destiny and Destiny 2, right? That's a 30. That don't seem to really bug people. Like, we get into this whole thing where they're like, oh, we got to have this. But as console gamers, I mean, we're kind of used to it. I think 60 is better, especially for shooters and racing games. But I ain't going to bitch about it. You know what I mean? Like, I want 4K gaming. You know what I mean? Like, with this whole generation is built up on that. Like, I can tell a stark difference between 1080p and 4K. Right? We're not talking 900p to 1080p where you need a spectacles and a monocle.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're talking about stuff that you can clearly see. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I wasn't a believer in that. And then I finally went into like stores and you see like, especially like the OLEDs and stuff like that. You go into Best Buy or whatever. You just see this huge difference between 1080p and 4K. It's huge.
No, I agree.
I mean, that difference is enormous. And that's what I want to see in my games. And so that's why I'm looking forward to playing the Xbox One X and playing those games in 4K.
Yeah, no, I mean, your point's valid. And there is a major jump between 1080p and 4K. So I think everyone's going to be in for a treat. This is like, even though this is a mid-gen, I think you're going to be like, wow. So as an Xbox fan, you're going to get a wow sensation now with the Xbox One X, and then you're going to get it again with the Xbox 2 or whatever they're going to call it. You're gonna get like two double doses where I think the PS4 Pro was a complete letdown. I mean, a complete letdown.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Just,
and I mean, that's not fanboy stuff or anything like that. I went out and bought it, and I was looking forward to actually coming home and saying, okay, you know what? Between the Pro's release and the X, or what at the time was a Scorpio, I was like, hey, I'm gonna really enjoy maybe some third-party games on the PS4 Pro. And I'll be honest with you, when I saw that there was absolutely no difference between the two, I just kept my ecosystem alive and kicking on the Xbox. And I really, except for games like Hellblade or Neo, I really haven't played much on the PS4 this entire year.
Yeah. So, let's see. Let's take another voicemail. Hey, if you guys want to call us, Skype MC Space Mornings. We haven't had a Skype call yet. Get in there, you lazy sods. Let's do it.
Yeah, the Skype's been pretty dead. Oh, we're getting one now.
Oh, awesome.
Look at that. Wow.
Look at that. We ask and ye shall receive.
Right on cue, Crap.
Damn right. Well, I'm just surprised we're over an hour in and shit, haven't had any damn calls yet. Oh, what about that PUBG stuff, man? Going to PS4? Man, that stuff shocks nobody.
That shocks. Yeah, I was going to say nobody's shocked. I mean, I almost think that when Phil inks some of these deals, he's got like Yoshida on like a speaker.
Yeah, he's like, how long should we keep this for? How long, Yoshida?
Yoshida, would you guys mind if we kept it for a year? That's a little long. Okay, well, maybe we'll do 6 months then. It was teetering back and forth. Thanks, Yoshida. Your Unity candle and your unlimited Seattle's best coffee vouchers in the mail.
Take another selfie.
Yes.
Hey, at least Phil doesn't take 1,000,000 selfies.
No, Phil doesn't take 1,000,000 selfies. That is a great thing. There it is. Hey, now.
Hey, look, we got a call, ladies and gentlemen. MNC Mornings. What's up?
Okay. Okay, good morning, Moon and Crap. Rock 31. Big fan of the show. I think you guys are doing a great job. This is one of the best shows on Sunday mornings. Crap, I'm a big fan of yours. I love your videos in the morning.
Awesome.
My question will be actually for Mooch. Mooch, you say that Halo is not coming out next year. But if you think about it, with all the work that 343 has been doing, we're not releasing nothing for Halo except for content. With 300 people, Halo 6 has to come out next year. And think about the big surprise to all the fans when they see Halo 6 at E3. All right, guys, have a great show and enjoy your Sunday.
I'm glad he asked that to me because I want to answer it. Here's the thing. If Microsoft is extremely confident in Halo 6 and 343 is ready to rock and roll, then what Crap was talking about, where they will announce it at E3 and then have the big extravaganza in October, November, that's fine. But everyone that keeps saying, hey, you do realize that Halo's on a clock. It comes out every so this. And you guys do have to understand, if you're going to go ahead and tell me that Microsoft is so rigid on a clock and they're so into that, keeping with that tradition, Microsoft is also in the business of never, ever, 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 ever talking about something in June and releasing it in October. They just don't. Not a major game. Super Lucky Sale, sure, maybe. Something small, yeah, okay. But
like
not
the Forzas, that's it. I mean, those are big
crap.
AAA
Forzas
games.
don't count. You don't need E3 for Forza. Forza's on a clock.
Yeah, well, Halo is like that. It's going to be a surprise. There is no way that they go 2 back-to-back E3s and don't have Halo, and then you know what I mean. Like,
I didn't say Halo wouldn't be on stage. I just said Halo won't come out.
No fucking way. That it would be the end of Xbox. I'm just telling you.
No,
it would be. You cannot go. You cannot go 4 years between Halo releases. It makes the game less irrelevant. You already have you've already hit the peak with the multiplayer. People are going to start abandoning the game. You cannot afford to go 2 more years at this point.
You make a good crisis speech. You really do. I don't.
You cannot do it. You don't. And then not only that, but you still need holiday games. And so far, the 3 games that are confirmed for next year are early in the year.
Right.
You have to, and none of them would sell well in the holiday anyway. Halo is the only game, realistically, that sells well for the holidays.
Well, now they're going to be coming in.
It has to be.
We've stirred up the Halo community crap.
Oh, I'm sure we have. MNC Mornings, what's up?
We have.
Hey, how you doing, guys? This is Tony from Ocala, Florida. I have a question for Mooch and Crap. Love you guys, by the way. Been listening to you for a while. Love the show. I have a question about the hard drive, the external hard drive for the new Xbox One X. I know they're talking about it being faster loading. Is it going to affect the external hard drives as well? So the only question I have, if you guys know anything about that, or if we got to get a external SSD drive or something so it can run as fast as the internal drive is. That's about it. That's the only question I have. Love you guys. Have a good one.
You know what? I think it doesn't matter. Like, as long as I think everything's going to load faster. So
Yeah.
I'm not like a tech expert or anything like that, but I think that everything's going to load faster. Solid state drives are super expensive, and I don't know what size that they come in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like for me personally, like I'm about to get that 8 terabyte, that $200 one.
Yeah, it's definitely on the radar crap because to be honest with you, you're talking about the 4K textures that were forced.
Yeah, we're forced to download 4K textures, people.
Yes.
God,
thank God that what's his name there, Hatfield there, Damon Hatfield let us all know that we were forced
to download. 4K.
I got a letterhead from Microsoft that actually said, "I'm glad you're reading this. This message will self-destruct in 20 seconds," and we just downloaded every 4K asset of games you don't even own.
Yeah. In fact, I have 8 terabytes now between my externals and the internal one, but
I have 5.
And mine's already was almost used up.
Mine's pretty close. Yeah.
So I started like Hellheimer was like, well, why don't you just delete some of the stuff that you already, and that's a good idea, I guess. So I did delete some stuff to free up a little bit more space. But at the end of the day, with all the games coming out, I'm gonna need more space anyway. Even if I did, even though I do have.
When will that start up? Crap, we're getting close now. It's not really like we're that far away. I mean, we're a month away and change here from the.
I think it's got to be sometime this month. I know some people in the preview program can already do that.
Yes, I saw it in preview. Yes.
Yeah, you're able to actually download the assets and stuff to your external already if you're in preview. So hopefully they get that out to everybody, because otherwise everybody and their mother is going to be downloading a bunch of updates. Like for me, I guess it'll be weird because I got kind of bad internet. So, I would like to be able to. And you know what, Forza, that was already a 60-something gig download.
Oh, you're looking at 100 gig for a lot of these guys. So when you hear crap or anybody on any show talk about 8, what is it there? The 8. No, I want to say teraflops. It's not 8 terabytes. You got to go and get them. I mean, 8 and 10 is not outrageous anymore. That was outrageous 3 years ago. It's not anymore. And I mean, it's just going to keep getting, larger and larger. The question is try to find the sleekest unit you can find so you don't end up having like this, this old like book, like this massive brick next to your Xbox One X. But I mean, it's all aesthetics. It doesn't really matter. But nonetheless, if you find a good deal, $200 for 8 is not bad crap.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. So, great call-ins. Let's see. Who do we got on deck, J-Dubs?
We have a new caller called Rest in Pieces.
Great
Rest
name.
in Pieces. Cool.
Great name.
What up, Crap? What up, Mooch? This is Rest in Pieces. Yeah, I was wondering, whatever happened to that guy? Oh no, it's Alex. After he had the little debate with Dealer and he swore that he suplex city'd Dealer, there's a lot of information came out about the 1X, and he's been hiding lately. Could you please find him for me? Thank you.
Well, there you go.
Who the hell that is?
I know who it is. It was somebody that Next Gen had on his channel for a while. I don't know where Alex is. I've never actually talked to him. Not really sure, but yeah, we haven't become the bounty hunters of podcasting. So I don't know where he is. It would probably
help if I know who these people are. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to none of that nonsense. Like, to be honest with you, man, I just especially lately, I'd say for the last year plus, just, I interact with those that are fans and you know what I mean? And just like true people or whatever. And so, yeah, I don't even know who half these people are. A lot of people are like, who's this? Or what do you think about this? And I'm like, I don't even know who the hell you're talking about. So,
okay.
I don't even know. But I guess if they got in a rundown with Dealer, then they probably got the shit kicked out of them.
Okay. Net's saying it's a different Alex. So it's not the one that was on Next Gen's channel. I don't know. That was the only Alex that I knew. I don't know of any other Alex. So I apologize. Can't help the caller out there.
Yeah, I have no idea who the hell that is. But like I said, if they ran it in with Dealer, he seems like he's a Dealer, pretty much handles himself with those types of people. So.
Well, you know what? We have a commercial that we redid for our Patreon folks, and we'd like to actually have everyone take a look at it.
You know what? Just real quick though, also for the Patreon thing, we're doing the raffle today.
Yes.
So at the end of the show, we're gonna do the raffle for $1.
$1 and a dream.
Yes, you're entered to get a game or a year of Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus or whatever you pick. And we're giving that away today. You can find the Patreon link down below. And here's a commercial kind of elaborating on why we need some help and things like that.
And Crap, I'm going to pull you here real quick here. Get to 200 likes, and we'll release that top 10. So
top 10 at 200.
200 likes, guys. Let's do that. Hit that like button while you're enjoying this commercial.
Jay needs to present.
Jay does need to present. He's a presenter.
Yes. Enjoy.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Mooch and Crap here, and we wanted to take a minute to talk about Patreon with you guys. So far, you guys have been really supportive. You've gone out of your way to support the show and help us grow and become a better show. Wouldn't you agree, Mooch?
I totally agree. Ever since we launched Patreon, we kind of went into it thinking this is something that we want to get the audience involved with, but we need their help. And they came through tenfold, Crap. They've given us the ability to reach out and express ourselves artistically. And to be honest with you, I'm overwhelmed.
Yes, it's very cool to see the amount of support that our show has gotten, and we actually need continued support from people, much like PBS does. Because all the money goes back into the show, whether it be more things for Jay to use, more prizes to give away, and actually for $1 and a dream, go ahead and give them the spiel, Mooch.
For $1 and a dream, you guys can pick the game of your dreams. You can pick whatever you want. You can have Xbox Live for a year, PlayStation Network for a year. Anything you want is what we're here to help you with, well, for a $60 value. And like Crap had just said, just like any kind of PBS telethon, we're doing the same thing and asking you for your Patreon support. The only difference is when me and Crap turn around, instead of having 50 celebrities, we just have Jay on one phone. But nonetheless, it's the same result. Your help makes us better, and we can't thank you enough.
Absolutely, 100%. We work for you guys. We're the outlet for you. We are for the people. Thank you guys for the support. It really helps us. It helps the show. It helps us get better, and it helps us sound better. So thank you guys so much.
Great little ad there, and it's a thank you to everybody out there that's really helped, and for you that are thinking to help. And like I say, just $1. Think about how many people watch Crap's channel, watch my channel. There's thousands. If you guys actually put $1 in, your chances of winning something are better than any of these other, prize situations you see on Twitter and YouTube everywhere else. God, I don't even know. Even the CupHead chance on the show right now, which is not Patreon, but I think Jay said it's a 1 in 16, which is great odds. I mean, which Vegas gave me that every time I walked up. So yeah, no, great stuff. And Crap, I can't say enough about it.
Yeah, you know what? It's been really wild because a lot of people don't understand is, it's from this kind of situation that it's for everybody, you know, like this is the thing, right? We're not big YouTubers,
No.
but we have a big enough voice to where other people can get their opinions out and people actually pay attention to it, right? So we've accumulated kind of a small but loyal following.
Right.
And people, we're like the people's voice, and the people can actually get their voice across with voicemails or calling in or whatever. But we're also doing our best to give out like prizes and change things up. We do skits,
right.
we do top tens, we do a lot of things that would be normally you would see on like a real radio show, because that's how we look at it. But obviously
there's a lot of our callers too, crap, that have come from calling in on MNC, have gone and expanded into their YouTube careers.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's
Like
what it's all
Luca.
about. Yeah. I
Like-
mean, that's what's great about having, I mean, she's
Yeah.
one, but there's others that have done it. And I mean, I think that's
There
great.
are,
And I think
yeah.
that's an outlet. I think that's what the MNC is here for. And, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, we're here for you. And then they're like, by the way, get out of here. What?
Yeah.
It's like, we have an open door policy. But come on in, you know, talk to us, call in, leave voicemails, become a part of the show.
Yeah.
Because you guys really are. You guys are the show, and I think that's what's so important, and that's what's so great about Patreon is we're allowing you guys to come in, and you guys are allowing us to give back. We get to give back with gifts, prizes, and have you guys on the show and get your names out there. So
yeah, and like I said, doing the prizes and the giveaways and stuff, that's fun. It adds a bit of excitement. Like, look, today, how many CupHead giveaways did you guys see on Twitter, if you guys are on Twitter or whatever?
Right.
Or Xbox, or like Major Nelson gives them away for Free Code Friday, and thousands of people enter. Today, like this week, we ran a CupHead thing, right? So if you leave a voicemail and ask a question, you get entered to win CupHead. We had 18 voicemails. So you have a 1 in 18 chance at winning.
there it is, 1 in 18. Yeah.
That is the best odds in anything, even with the Patreon raffle, right? So at the end of the day, you get a 1 in, I'm checking how many Patreon supporters we have right now. You have a 1 in like 97 chance at winning a game right now. So right now you have a 1 in 98 chance at winning a game, a brand new game of your choice, a year of Xbox Live.
It's better than any other odds for $1.
Yes. Even if we get 300 supporters, 1 in 300, that's not bad. And guess what we're doing on the 6th, I believe? We're starting our Gleam for an Xbox One X Scorpio edition, folks.
Yes.
That is amazing. And you're going to have a really good chance at winning that as well. So help us out, support the show on Patreon, support us by watching the show, liking the show, sharing the show. Because it really does require your guys' support as well. Just like we're PBS. So for, you know what I mean? Like, we need support.
I love the
Keep
picture
show
of
going.
Jay answering the phone.
Yeah. There's Jay answering the phone. He's like, yes. So, you know,
It really is something. I mean, we're getting within a week. We have CupHead. We've got a game which you're going to get on the Patreon for $1 and a dream, and then also we're doing the Xbox One X giveaway on Gleam. Guys, we just try to keep everything we get in. We try to give right back to the community. So thank you guys. We do appreciate it. Please do consider the
MNC
$1
Morning.
and a dream. MNC Mornings.
What's up?
How can we help you?
Yes.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. This is Kevin, a.k.a. Hobo Scratch on Xbox Live. Jay, good morning to you guys. Just had a quick story for you. I'm going to try to keep it short. And it's kind of an old topic. This is something I wanted to call in before, but I think I tried to call in and couldn't get through. So I went to my local GameStop. This is around the time when the Crash Bandicoot remake came out, right? And I'll go in there, and I've been in this GameStop a few times, and, you know, there's a girl and a guy that I talked to when I go in there, you know, and I go in there, and she was asking me, she said, hey, you going to pick up Crash Bandicoot? I was like, nah, I don't have, you know, I sold my PS4, you know, I'll just stick with my Xbox. And, you know, she was like, well, what'd you do that for? I said, because they never really played my PS4. And I said, besides, I said, you know, Crash Bandicoot looks cool, but I said, chances are it'll probably come out on Xbox at some point in time in the future. You know, and she was like, well, no, that's a Naughty Dog game. That's not going to come out on Xbox. And I was like, no. I said, you know, Naughty Dog sold that property off, you know, years ago. I said, they sold it off to Activision. I said, if you remember back in the day on the old Xbox, and Xbox 360, you know, they had some Crash Bandicoot games. And she was like, well, this is the remake of the original 3, so, you know, that was a Naughty Dog games. I said, no, Naughty Dog doesn't own the property, which means they don't own any of it no more. That's all belong to Activision. And I was like, look at the poster on your wall over there. I said, you see, I said, if you notice, is that it doesn't say Naughty Dog anywhere on the poster. It says it's Activision. So chances are it's going to come out on Xbox in the future. And I guess maybe a light bulb must have went off in on this girl's head. You should have seen the look on her face, man. You thought I would have told her that she was adopted or something, man. She just got like this look of sadness on her face. And I was like, I just thought it was funny. And I wanted to ask you guys, why do you think these GameStop employees, I'm sure you might have experienced this. Why do you think these GameStop employees, man, it's like they all are drinking the Sony Kool-Aid? It's like anytime you go in there and you try to, you ask them about Xbox, or you talk about Xbox, they immediately look at you funny and they switch the conversation back over to Sony somehow. And it's just ridiculous, man. I don't know. It's just kind of a random thing I was thinking about. Wanted to get you guys' thoughts on. I thought the story was kind of funny. I laughed when it happened to me, man. I just thought it was so funny. This girl was so disappointed when she actually realized, like, damn, it could come out on Xbox. But anyway, you guys have a good day. Thank you again for doing the show. Great show. I'll let you guys later.
It's funny. He says, what do you guys think about this? In all honesty, that happens so much at GameStop now that I'm numb to that. Like, I've said it a number of times where I walked up and I was like, hi, can I get Prey, please? And they're like, oh, before I even get a chance to say Xbox One, they're like, oh, you want for a PlayStation, right? And I'm like, no, for the Xbox.
Yeah, sure, PlayStation. Why not?
But thanks for that.
Yeah.
While you're predicting other things, can you predict the 6 winning lotto numbers? I don't understand why there's this conception. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't say on the application for GameStop, please check here if you're a Sony fan. But I mean, I don't know why it seems like it's that way. And it's funny. There was one guy, we had a really cool conversation while everyone was in line with the SNES. And one guy was like, we were talking about Xbox when we were inside, and the and somebody who's an employee there was like, I'm an Xbox fan. And like the other three, I mean, they were just busting chops, but they were like, yeah, we leave him over there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, oh man. I'm like, it's just pushed. The Sony mantra is pushed. The entire front of the GameStop store that's by my house is all PlayStation posters. They had a small 8x11 saying Switch is back in stock. They had an 8x11. In case you guys don't know, an 8x11 is just a normal piece of computer paper that said, I think you could do the Xbox One X pre-orders. And the rest of it was just PlayStation. It was just the Sony Battlefront stuff. It was the Call of Duty, just everything Sony. And then 2 loose leaf pieces of paper on the front windows that said Switch is in stock and X can be pre-ordered. And you walk in and the entire register area is all just blue. So it is. It's what they're pushing. That's their agenda.
Did you see yesterday? You guys know Xbox One 4K, right?
Yes.
Big supporter of the show, big fan and stuff like that. So yesterday on Twitter, he was at the Forza 7 event, right?
Yes, I did see this.
And if you guys follow him on Twitter or whatever, it was so funny because I was retweeting some of his stuff. So he was one of the people that bought a 4K Make You a Better Gamer shirts that Jay designed for me. And I sold a bunch before E3 as well. Mm-hmm. And so he took pictures with Major Nelson wearing the shirt with like some hot Forza racing girls or whatever wearing the shirt. It was just like so hilarious seeing you know what I mean? Like that shirt out and about, you know what I mean? So it was like props to him for
Aaron Greenberg. Did you see Aaron Greenberg actually tweeted out that shirt was fire?
Oh, did he? I didn't see that. Yeah, well, that's awesome, man.
Retweet that, Jay.
Yeah, I was the one that came up with that whole idea because Yoshida said 1080p makes you a better gamer, and my thought was, hey, if 1080p makes you a better gamer, 4K must make you a really
legendary gamer.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So that was a really great idea. Def Jam Band bought one of those too. So awesome people, man. Awesome to see that happening and stuff like that. And we are over 200, but let's go ahead and do one more voicemail before we do the top 10.
Let's do that.
Okay, yes. We have Noof Nukem.
Nice. Noof.
Hey, Mooch and Crap, it's your good buddy, Noof Nukem. I have a simple question for you guys, and Crap can definitely weigh in this one, probably a little bit more than you at this point, Mooch. But anyway, I just wanted to know, do you guys realistically think that the Microsoft Xbox One may get a VR headset before we hit, say, the next gen of consoles, especially now with the X being a much more capable and powerful console? Do you think we may see some sort of device? And second part of this question kind of goes over to the PlayStation side of things. What do you think PlayStation needs to do to make the PSVR more attractive to its user base overall? And what sort of game experiences do you think you guys would like to see more of in the VR space? That's my question for today. I hope that I win a copy of CupHead. Great giveaway, guys. Awesome show. Catch you later.
Well, crap, and I'm going to let you because you're going to get in depth with the VR. I'm just going to say it's a no from me, dog, on the Xbox. That's not happening because Phil said he's like until we're at the point where we're not tethered. Okay,
well,
he's not interested.
Some of their VR AR headsets that they have coming out for Windows are wireless.
Yes.
So
yes,
like I could see those working. So we might see something like that. They're not going to make that announcement at a E3 though. It would probably be at a one of those
Build
developer
conference.
Yeah. It would probably be something like that. If they do, I'm in day one. You know what I mean? I have to say that. I spent a bunch of money getting VR. I know it's not popular, and that's fine. And I haven't used mine. Power went out, but I haven't really gamed much since the power went out. You know what I mean? It's like a long recovery process, and I just haven't been feeling it. But I like VR. I've got some new games to play, and I got the Solus Project and some other things to kind of go over on it, and I'm excited about that stuff. I would love to play a Halo or something VR. I'm not saying stop the mainline series, but a specific Halo or Gears experience. I would love to be in a VR world like that.
Yeah, I don't know how Sony can. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Minecraft would probably work well with that as well. Just anything can almost be fun. Hell, me playing there's a ping pong or a VR ping pong game on PS4. It's super cheap, but it's still cool because you're there. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to explain because not everybody's going to be into it, or everybody will jump on the defensive and be like, "Well, it's VR and it's stupid." Yeah, I get that. It's not for everybody, but for me personally,
but you have to admit though, Crap, can we get to a point now? This VR is not this mythical thing that we don't know anymore. Okay, it's out there. It's in the wild. You can try it. It's everywhere. Okay. The phone companies that were doing, remember the Samsung was doing the VR headset with every phone? They're done. Like it's over. It's the same as Rob the Robot. It's the same as Kinect. It's over. And the thing about it is
over. I mean,
it is. It doesn't mean, listen, when I say it's over, it doesn't mean, as I said, that somebody at Best Buy put their right arm out and knocked them all off the shelf into a garbage can. I'm not saying that happened right now. It's still around, but it's already dead. And that's the funny part. Kinect, you can laugh at Kinect all you want, but it was a huge hit sensation in the 360 era, right? So like the most peripheral of all time. So it did that, and then it died out and fizzled out once they forced you to put it in the box. Fine. But it had a good run. Even Rob the Robot had a good 3 years.
Well, I still think that. I just saw the new commercial for PlayStation VR that Sony put out. It's a tough thing. I hope that it does well enough to garner keeping on.
You lose reality, Crap. You lose reality, and that's the problem. Is like you're saying it's a plus, but I'm saying I think people as a whole think it's a minus. And I'm not even talking about the throwing up and all that other nonsense. We'll get past all the petty stuff, and we'll get into like the real deal stuff. Like I have one. It's sitting right here. Like I got to get the chair, bring it out in front of the TV, put the PlayStation camera out, hook up the right HDMI, because if you run the way that the wiring is laid out for you guys, anyone that doesn't have PSVR doesn't know this. When you run the layout the way they have it set up and into your TV, any type of HDR support for your PS4 is bye-bye. You have to unhook it from your
or whatever. But
so I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm staring at it right now. It's like the PSVR headset's right in front of me, and I'm sitting here looking at it, and I'm like, do I want to go through all that motion just to play a game that's on rails or something that's going to make me dizzy? Like it's really just not that much fun. And the trade, and then it's also, I know it's come down, but it's still $400. I mean, it's a lot of money.
It has come down, but anytime you make a jump on something, I think it's you know what I mean. Like you got to pay that.
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, but overall, I think it's cool. I hope that Microsoft does come out with one. I think PSVR needs to come down a little bit more in price and get a couple more, like
$200,
and it needs to come out with what I consider to be more killer apps.
Yeah,
just that's my opinion. But I do like VR tremendously and think that it's a cool thing. It's not for everybody though. I understand that. So, MNC Mornings, what's up?
Hey, Mooch and Crap. This is Yahweh Wee from Xbox Live. I went to GameStop last night to pay on my Xbox, paid it off and stuff, and I asked them if they were doing a midnight launch, and they told me no because they only had like 10 or 12 pre-orders. So it makes me wonder how many this is actually selling, because my GameStop's still taking pre-orders for this. What you guys thought on that? And I got a question about this on November 7th. I think it's really stupid to release this on a Tuesday, because you know how many people are going to be missing work, and school. Why can't they release this thing 4 days earlier like they do for pre-orders for games and stuff? I just want to get your thought on that. And you guys have a very good day. Bye.
Well, I mean, games release a lot on Tuesdays now. Maybe they should have probably released it on the Friday before. I don't know what the hell they're thinking.
Yeah,
but
I don't know what the deal is with that, but that's not really that odd. I mean, I will say this much. So whoever is answering him at his GameStop apparently has their head up their ass, because they did get maybe 12 to 14 of the Project Scorpios, but all these GameStops are going to have the pre-orders for the Xbox One X, the regular edition.
Yeah, I've not heard of one not doing
There's definitely a midnight release.
Yeah, there's got to be a midnight release. I mean, I'm not going to be able to hit one up because I was busy podcasting during the announcement. So what I had to do was I pre-ordered from Microsoft.
Well,
store.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, so you'll get yours on the 7th. I will go to the midnight release. I'm going to have a good time with that because I think it's an experience. But at the same time, except for the experience, once I get it and come home, I'm not going to sit there and start, who the hell wants to get home at 12:30 a.m. and be like, you know what I want to do? Mess with a whole bunch of wires and figure this. I don't want to do all that. It's not a big deal, really. It's only like 2 cables. It's probably an HDMI and a power. But my point being is that then
you got to get the update and then update whatever to the game.
Yeah, and I would rather actually come home, maybe take a little bit of a break, come home, do a half day the next day, come home, get everything ramped and ready to go, and then by 3 p.m. you're up and playing the Xbox One X the next day. That's a me thing, but I'm sure many of you will go home the very same night and launch that bad.
I did when the original Xbox One launched, right? I went out and I waited for Rise to install and whatnot. So
I mean, there's just the thing is too. There's also like the first hour. I call them the first hour jitters, right? The minute you come home, everybody hooks everything up. There's always that little like, hold, please, you're in a pattern or this and that, and blah blah. It's like, you know what? If you just do it the next day, it'll just siphon out because everybody comes home at different times throughout the United States. So everyone will just get the updates at different times, and it'll just be a lot less hassle. So I'm all for the midnight release for the experience, but then I definitely just want to take it easy and enjoy the experience the next day. So I'll be waiting.
Absolutely. But hey, we've teased the top 10 long enough.
Yes, without the oops.
I think we should put Jay into present mode and have some fun and do a top 10.
Let's do it, Jay.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another MNC Mornings Top 10. Today, we're bringing you the top 10 fanboy excuses to not buy an Xbox One X. Believe it or not, these are real. Number 10, you're forced to update 4K assets.
Forced!
They're forcing you, people. Oh my gosh, they're forcing you, so you better not buy that Xbox One X.
Such a great fun. Number 9, 1080p is just fine for me. Now that the resolution crowd will be going back to Xbox, the fanboys are screaming that power and resolution don't matter. Sorry, but you created this resolution war, and Xbox is going to end up the victor.
Number 8, I don't have a 4K TV.
That's great. Number 7, but $500 is too much to spend. With a $100 to $150 trade in your old system, there is no excuse that can be made if you're a quote-unquote true gamer. For 32 cents a day, saying you keep the Xbox One X for 3 years, you can play the most powerful console ever made, and there's no argument that can be made saying that there's too much for your entertainment. It's not that much. 32 cents a day, 3 years. Get the trade-in, get rid of the S, get the X, and enjoy the most powerful console. It's easy, people. Don't be a hating fanboy.
There's a lot of those.
Yes, there are.
Number 6, the human eye can't tell the difference between 1080p and 4K anyway, right? So, come on.
That's right. Every Xbox One X comes with a pair of spectacles.
Yes, a monocle.
Number 5, but where are the games? They're everywhere, people. Over 140 Xbox One X enhanced games ready at launch. Not to mention all the new third-party devs are on board as well. And don't forget Microsoft's first party on the way. Stop complaining. You sound like a kid in a candy store saying there's nothing in there that you want to eat. There's plenty to eat. Stop being picky. Stop making stuff up.
True. Number 4, I actually prefer the worst performing multi-platform games. I don't want good performance. I prefer the worst performance I can get. So I'm not getting an X.
That sounds like something we read every day.
I know. That's the funny part.
It is funny. Number 3, I just bought an S, so I don't need the X. Say that 3 times fast and click your heels to see where you end up.
most likely in Crazy Town. Even if you bought an S a year ago, you've used it for its 4K Blu-ray player and HDR capabilities. Now you get $150 back for it to upgrade for what will be the strongest console for the next 3 to 4 years. If gaming is your passion, this isn't something you should pass up.
Number 2. It has no exclusives anyway, so just go into a dumpster, dig around a bit, and build a PC for $1,000. Sure, it might not perform as good as the Xbox One X, but at least you won't be supporting Xbox directly.
You know, it's funny. I see more and more dumpster diving gamers daily.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, these are legit things that I've heard before.
I know.
So that's why it's so funny to me. Like, the excuses, like, okay, let's build a computer for, $1,244. Yeah, it doesn't have any kind of operating system, no mouse and keyboard, no anything, but hey, at least you're not supporting Xbox. You know what I mean?
They'll do anything they can do to not support Xbox. Outstanding.
Yeah, Xbox is the devil.
It is. The worst box. Number 1, the PS4 Pro does the same thing. If someone says this to you, you can remove this person from your I trust what he says list, because he's a Sony fanboy that hides in the shadows of what Microsoft does is always only on par with what Sony does. Numbers are numbers, and the Xbox One X beats the Pro in every category of power and performance. Those are facts, folks. Go out there November 7th. Go out there tomorrow and pre-order. Get the Xbox One X. Try the games you've missed if you haven't been an Xbox fan. If you have, enjoy the games you already own in a higher fidelity and a better resolution. Thank you.
And that's the MNC Mornings Top 10 Countdown. If you guys have an idea for the Top 10 Countdown, send it to J-Dubs and he'll be sure to pass it on to us. Thanks for watching.
Megaton!
No, great top 10 crap. And I'll tell you, boy, as we're going through them, because we recorded it earlier in the week, I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, even over the course of the week after we did this, that's all you see from some of these fanboys that are out there. Just amazing that you wouldn't go out there and enjoy what will be the next powerful console, the most powerful console. It comes out in November. You're going to have it for 3 years. It's a no-brainer. So I don't know, anyone who's not into it or not feeling it, get over yourself. Take your day one PS4, your day one Xbox, or even your Xbox One S, trade it in and start to enjoy what console gaming is going to turn to starting this November and moving forward. We are no longer going to be with yesterday's hardware. I think that's what these 3 year, 4 year what is it there? The upgrades are going to be. We're ending up being like right there with the PC specs. Yes, I understand you can buy a $10,000 PC. I get that. And you can play it at 120 frames per second. That's awesome. But for us that don't want to do that, this is just as good.
You know, one of the funniest things I see, like, when I'll go on, say, M4G, and then you see some of the comments, right? And it's like some of the comments are like, "Oh man, CupHead looks great, man. Maybe I should pick up an Xbox One." And then you see people below those comments go, "Why? You can play it on any garbage PC." Like, people don't get. They're like, they'll come up with any reason to dissuade people from buying an Xbox One, right?
Yep.
Like, you could just play it on a laptop or you know what I mean. If you have a phone, you can probably play the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, look, playing it on PC doesn't appeal to console gamers for the most part. There might be some that do. But for the most part, we play on console for a reason.
Why is everybody turning into like MacGyver all of a sudden?
All
I need is 2 sticks of gum, a little bit of tape, and a Game Boy Advance, and I can play CupHead tonight.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Good for you, buddy.
You know what I mean? Look, hey, I'm lazy, man. I don't want to fuck with stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, give me my game.
I just want to come home and play the game, man.
Exactly.
I just want to play the game. And I mean, like I said yesterday, we were trying to get that Leviathan raid done in Destiny, and because chat was messed up, it was a pain in the ass. Like, I can just imagine if you're a PC guy, you're like, I got to update my drivers. This isn't working. Or did I get that spec right on that thing? Let me go back into the settings. And all of a sudden, it's like NASA controls. And even if it's not that complicated, it's 1 or 2 or 15 more steps than I need to do when I actually kick on at 10 o'clock at night and I want to play a game. I don't need to do all that. Hold on, guys. Let me just get under the hood here. I'll be right back. I'll get everything all straightened out. Just got to add a fan to this fucker. It's getting hot. All right. What?
Exactly.
Out of here, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is what it is. We got a million voicemails.
We do. We've got so many voicemails that we got to go. So let's go ahead and roll that beautiful voicemail footage.
Yes, please.
Okay, we have a new voicemail from a special caller named Kara.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Hello, I am Kara. I have aphasia and cannot speak. I hope you will accept this entry from my computer speaking, as it's the best I can do. My question is, what game are you both looking forward to playing first on the Xbox One X? Thank you for having the giveaway for CupHead. Have a great day.
That's very cool, and we want to thank Kara for calling in.
Yeah,
it's great how technology's made it so everyone can communicate with each other. And my heart goes out to her. It's an awesome, awesome call. To be honest with you, Crap, what are you looking forward to the most?
I want to play Forza Motorsport 7. I really want to play Battlefront 2 though, and Call of Duty.
Yeah, geez, every day that goes by, Crap, I'm kind of, maybe I am coming around. I'm not sure. I really feel like Star Wars Battlefront 2 is going to be all that and then
great.
some. Yeah, it is.
That game's going to get like high 80s Metacritic, I guess. You know what I mean? Just like they listened. It's got a lot of content, no paid DLC, which really hurt the last game with those. Those maps, man. It's like $50 for maps you didn't even know what you were going to get.
Right.
So I'm happy that they did. So I'm really looking forward to playing like Battlefront 2 and Forza Motorsport 7. So I'm actually saving the majority of Forza Motorsport 7 for the X. Like I played enough of it to review it and like play a little bit of everything, but I'm saving the majority of it for the X, like the full Forza Cup and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I think that, Star Wars, the thing about it, maybe the reason I was being so hasty on it is I really was looking forward to Call of Duty. I think these two are going to bang heads now. And that sucks for me as a gamer. Like I've said this a million times on every show. Like you only have so much time to dedicate. And I still think I would probably play a little bit more Call of Duty World War II more than I'm going to play Battlefront. But that could change, man. That could really change, because the only thing that concerns me is as I keep seeing more and more of these trailers come out, Crap, the multiplayer still looks like it's from the. I understand that there's ways that you can actually create custom profiles, and this and that now it gets a little bit more detailed, but it still looks like it's run and gun, shoot from the hip kind of stuff. And I'm hoping that I come around to that kind of gunplay, because right now that's not necessarily like I don't like running around just shooting from the hip. Very little aim down sights. Type of gunplay, but we'll see. I will say though, it is looking amazing. I can't wait till we get confirmation on what the X is going to run it at.
Yeah, like that's the part that's kind of that's bugging. You don't know what exactly you're getting out of it. So hopefully we know soon. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, to see what we get. I'm excited to see what we get out of it.
I do want to say great question by Kara, and I really encourage her to keep calling in. Please do keep calling in.
Just because if you got the means to call in via the computer or whatever, go ahead, feel free. We'll answer your questions.
Absolutely. Always.
That's what we're here for. Like everybody is welcome to call in. That's the great thing about gaming, is that it can bring everybody together. Everybody can enjoy it. Like they're coming out with new ways for people to enjoy gaming, no matter what, if you're handicapped or whatever. And I think that's great with the button mapping and all that kind of stuff.
It's amazing, right? Gaming really has become more and more social. And I keep saying that all the time. People are like, oh, you game? Gaming is not just you sitting in the corner with like an old bulb flickering on and off, and like, you just have like Hot Pockets next to you. Okay. That's that's the stereotype from the late 80s, 90s. This has become such a social phenomenon. It's gotten so many great people to meet each other. And it was great to actually meet Kara via that voicemail. So thank you very much. And look forward to many more. Crap. I know we have a ton of voicemails and very little time.
Because we've got like 10 voicemails, and we've also got to run the CupHead wheel, and we've got to run the raffle wheel.
Let's do a couple more voicemails. And remember, if you don't hear your voicemail, you're still entered to win CupHead.
Yeah. Well, and we'll probably play yours maybe on XOXO this week or something.
XOXO, yes, we will.
Yeah. So what?
And the phone lines are still open.
That's great.
Yeah.
MNC Mornings, what's up?
Thank you, Jay.
Okay. Hi, Mooch and Crap. I'm Slayer 90 from Germany. And my question is because on the German Amazon, you can currently pre-order the Xbox One X, and it seems like it's unlimited for some reason. And when they started, so the first wave after the Scorpio edition was like gone also in like a couple of hours. And when they started to give them away unlimited, they pretty much put down a little message below that it isn't fixed when you are gonna get it. So it seems like they started to put it out for really unlimited time that you can pre-order it, and then you can just get it like in 2 years when it comes out or something like that. So it's really strange for me. Also, I wanted to say that in the on the Amazon page there are really strange comments, so questions. Some people ask, for example, someone asks why it's only 40% more powerful, and basically it's the same as a PS4 Pro, which is pretty much stupid. So I just wanted to get your opinion on that. Thanks. Bye.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he's calling from the new Xbox stronghold over there in Germany.
Yes,
it's going to be huge over there.
It is.
As far as like the Amazon thing, they restock, and then just depending on how much they keep those stocks up. You know what I mean?
Right.
As far as the questions and stuff, you get a lot of stuff. Like even the user ratings on Forza 7, there's a lot of zeros. Like even if you're mad at a game for having loot crates or boxes or whatever or microtransaction, you don't give a game a 0. You know what I mean? Those are clearly like fanboys or extremists or whatever. And that's unfortunate, and same thing with like the questions and stuff. Xbox One X is completely different than the PS4 Pro. It's a completely different level. Not only is it 40% more powerful, but it has 60% more memory and something about, I forget the exact amount of memory bandwidth, but way more memory bandwidth.
Well, I took something else out of his message crap that I thought was important, and this happens with iPhone. If anyone's gotten up for like a 3 a.m. in the East Coast, we have to get up at 3 a.m. for an iPhone release to pre-order it. If you don't get up at 3 a.m. and you get up at like 4:30, what'll happen is instead of it saying ships on launch day, it'll say shipping within 2 weeks or ships within 4 weeks, meaning you're in the second or third tier. And I think what he said was once they went unlimited, they saw that now they're allowing pre-orders to be taken. And maybe I misunderstood him, but this is the way I took it. And now it says, that's why he said, I don't know if I'll get it in a year or 2 years, because they're saying now you've missed the first wave. You're going to get your X, but you're going to get your X in the second or third tier because they don't have a date for it at that point. They can't project a date. So that's interesting. I mean, that just goes to show you how many they sold.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. I agree with you 100%. Let's see. Who else we got on deck? Who do we got on deck, Jay?
We have Beaver. The Beav. Leave it to Beav.
What is going on, crap? What's up, Mooch? And what's up, J-Dubs? Hope you guys have had a great week. This is Brandon, the Boldly Beaver. I haven't called in a while. Life kind of got in the way, as it tends to do sometimes. But not gonna lie, I would love to mooch a copy of CupHead. So my question for you guys, I'll keep it really simple this week. If you guys are gonna meet up, in the near future, as you've kind of hinted that you might do, where are you guys gonna meet up? Are you going to go to a coffee shop? You going to go grab some chicken wings? Maybe meet up in an arcade if any of those still exist.
An
arcade. Where would you guys go to meet up for face-to-face for the first time? Anyway, that's it for me. Send that copy of CupHead my way. Anyway, take care, guys. Brandon, the Boldly Beaver, out.
Yeah, good question.
There better be beer. There has to be beer.
There's definitely going to be beer involved.
More than one beer?
More than one beer and a couple of
Several
Gatorades. For crap. But I would assume that we're probably the first time we all get to hang out is going to be at either an E3 or a PAX. I mean, would you guys agree with that? I mean,
yeah, it's probably going to be some kind of.
We're just separated by so much distance geography wise that it's really hard to get together for a cup of coffee.
Yeah. It would have to be more than a cup of coffee too. So I mean, hey, I'll see you guys later. I'm going.
Hey guys, someone just throws like $3 down the table and bounces. Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be probably an event. It would be a large event where we're probably going to be together for a good 3, 4, 5 days because you got to make the trip, worth the trip. And I will tell you this much, just in case everyone's wondering, we are in talks. Won't be in 2017, but I would say very good chance in 2018 we're all going to rendezvous at one event or another. So it'll be very cool.
Yeah.
Rendezvous.
So it'll be rendezvous. Yeah, it'll be a good time. So who else we got on deck there, J-Dubs?
We have Tony, the former pony.
Oh, the former
Always
pony.
good to have an old faithful.
Yes.
Hey, Mooch, hey, crap, it's Tony, the former pony. What up, Jay? What up, chat? Hey, guys, thanks for putting me in that intro, man. That's pretty cool, that intro song. Really appreciate that. Today, I'm going to leave this message about PUBG. Oh, yeah, I know, everyone's sick of hearing about it already, but PUBG, came out and publicly announced their disapproval for Fortnite. Good old blue hole. Sort of felt like they got punched in the poo hole, if you know what I mean. And they came out with this statement, and they definitely copied. But Fortnite is actually out now on the consoles, and PUBG haven't even announced a date yet, so they're giving gamers what they want now. So regardless if they copied them or not, they're not on the console, and Fortnite are, so they've done, worked and scrambled, obviously, or however they've done it to get this game out there. So to that, I say, fuck you, developer Bluehole. Too slow, bad luck. It's over as far as that goes. It's happened. Fortnite have released this game. It's done. Long live the gamer. Long live the gamer. I say, it's not really copying, because how many games are similar to other games? It happens all the time. PUBG's different. There's not a lot of games on that, and there's no games on that on console. So Fortnite's the first, and it won't be the last. So PUBG, I say, keep your comments to yourself. If you want to send a private letter to the Fortnite devs and tell them that you disapprove, do it. But don't go out telling the whole fucking world. What do you think, we're going to rally behind you or something? And help you out with this shit? We're not going to do it because we're happy we got a fucking game. I ain't personally playing it, but I'm happy for my friends who are playing the game and enjoying it. That's what it's about. It's about the game. Long live the gamer. Gamer, 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 gamer.
Yes! It's great. He went gamer instead of developers.
Sounded like he was in a fucking traffic jam. Like,
It did.
He was playing with traffic or something. I don't know.
That was
man.
great.
Wow, he's like a Frogger or something, jumping between everywhere. But yeah,
Great calling, Tony.
the PUBG stuff, that's never going to go anywhere in terms of lawsuit.
No.
That's why they haven't really kind of said
Not
anything.
just that, but you know what? I will say this much, man. I don't know what it is. I was so looking forward to PUBG, and I will say this much. I mean, now that it's out, and it's like it has taken a little of the thunder away from it. If I'm PUBG right now, I'm locking in, grabbing as much money as I can from Microsoft. Be like, lock this fucker down. You guys take it and give me a lot of money because you guys need it right now. We want it. You need it. Let's make this happen. Sony doesn't need it. They just don't. They don't need a PUBG. They just don't need a PUBG. It's not what people don't go to the PlayStation that they can't wait to play a multiplayer 1 versus 100 type of game.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Let's take one more, and then we're going to run some wheels.
Okay, so we have Nightwolf 3186.
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, hey J-Dubs. It's Nightwolf 3186 here. First time caller. Just wanted to call in and say you guys are awesome. Love everything you do. Every video, Crossfire, Crap Gamer reviews, all that jazz. Anything pops up, I'm watching it, listening to it, whatever, Anyways, wanted to call and let you guys know that. Think everything you guys is awesome. Wanted to call and let you guys, happy morning, Sunday morning. Hope everything's going well. Happy belated birthday to you, Mooch. Also, Crap, glad you got through everything you got through down there. I'm actually from Florida. I've been through 2 hurricanes, Wilma and Andrew, so I know what it's like. Been without power for 2.5 weeks. It is not fun. Anyways, just wanted to call, pretty much say, for Mooch here, I was playing Destiny 1 back in the day and just, sorry, man, but I couldn't get into it. Did not like it. There was not a lot for me. It just kind of got way too much grindy. Just wanted to say that. Anyways, however, Destiny 2 is the game that I like playing. I mean, it is blowing my mind. There's so much to do, so much to keep me busy. There is loot coming out the wazoo at me right now that I'm just doing, and I'm just loving it. I love getting the loot, and I just love it getting thrown at me. So, Crap, gotta get you to come around, man. It's fun. Get playing with it. I mean, there's stuff to keep you busy, man. I know you're already busy with a lot of other games, but hopefully we can get you to come around. Anyways, just wanted to say that, Mooch, I think you're spot on there. But I did have a question for all of you. Mainly, I'm new to this. Only been listening for about a couple months. I'm getting to know you guys. But I just mainly wanted to know how you guys got into the gaming, thing, not mainly early on, but mainly Xbox. Mooch, I hear you talking about how you love the controller and the Xbox Live, and I'm kind of pretty much on par there. That's what I got into it for when I was younger. My dad got me a PS2. Not gonna complain, it's the system I can game on. But when I was old enough to earn money, I bought my own Xbox because I just liked playing the sports games and the shooters with that controller better. It just felt better. The system, Xbox Live, like you said, is a lot better in my opinion. And that's just what I liked. So, wanted to get, elaborate more on that, why you guys have always loved Xbox and like you always talk about, to the future of it. And Xbox One X, I got my Scorpio edition, pre-ordered. Cannot wait. So yeah, like you say, crap, rack them up. Let's get it going. Mooch, hey now. Let's get it, guys. I'm excited. Anyways, have a good Sunday morning, guys. Love to hear your thoughts. I'm glad I can make it in here, but I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.
Good call and great calling for a first-time caller. Great to have you with us. He says he's only been kind of listening for the past few months. I kind of got into the Xbox. A very good friend of mine. I was big into PS2, the whole thing. And he's like, you ever play this? And the only thing that really kind of deterred me from the original Xbox was the controller. The controller in the original Xbox was that Duke, and it was too much. It just wasn't comfortable. The minute the 360 improvised and made what we currently have today, and which is the best controller in gaming, and you could sit there and, they did a whole show on Game Over Greggy there, or whatever he does on Kind of Funny, and they were saying how they like the DualShock. Listen, the Nintendo Pro controller, everything in the world, even the Ouya, when that thing was released, they all had the same ergonomics and feel that the 360 controller had, which is now the Xbox One controller. So, the 360 is when I really started coming around to Xbox. But it's just, it's the shooter box. I like first-person shooters. God forgive me, right? But I do, and that's where I think my home is, and that's why I just felt comfortable between the online service, the controller, and the games is where I knew I wanted to plant the flag. Yeah.
But just to reiterate, I'm not coming around on Destiny 2. Sorry.
You should. You really should.
I know,
Fantastic game.
but I'm not. I left Jay the perfect cue because didn't we do some kind of?
Yeah, I know, but I got really, really busy this week trying to get so many other things done.
Damn.
Oh, man.
You were hoping for that too, weren't you, Mooch?
Yeah, I was. We'll get it in there.
You guys have not once given me a developer queue at all.
I know.
Well, Tony the former pony went reverse on us, and instead of doing developers, he did gamers. Yeah,
which
it should be. So how about us? Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. How about us? Let's give away CupHead.
Yeah, you want to do a CupHead giveaway? I think everybody's ready.
Let's do the CupHead giveaway. Even if you didn't hear your voicemail and you did one, you're still entered to win.
That's right.
That's right.
So let's
just to let people know that there was only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people left, or 6 people left. We'll definitely get to you guys next week.
We'll get to them on Xbox One XOXO this week, and I think Neth. Shout out to Neth in the chat. He says he's going to become a new Patreon member, which I want to say thank you first and foremost.
Sorry, speaking of Neth, Neth actually sent in a special video that he hoped we'd play, and I know that we kind of ran out of time, but I was wondering if you guys would be willing to entertain him for a moment.
Yeah, I think we should.
We can after we do the CupHead giveaway, and then
let's do CupHead and then a video.
Yeah,
sure.
Sounds good. Okay.
Okay.
Put me in presentation, please.
And that's where you are.
Ooh, look at this! Look at that wheel.
That CupHead graphic, outstanding.
Man, that is, and I like the little.
I'm waiting for Pat Sajak to come out.
Let's spin that wheel.
Spin it. Here it is.
Round and round we go.
CupHead winner to be.
Who
will it be?
We don't know, but I'm sure somebody will say it's fixed.
Naturally. It's the best thing to say, right?
It's fixed.
Love the NES game music. Fantastic. I don't know what it is, but it's great. Who is it?
Nightwolf. 31.
Nightwolf.
86.
3186.
He was the last
Congratulations.
guy that called.
Yeah. Good new caller too.
That's
very
awesome.
cool.
Nice. So congratulations to Nightwolf.
Yes.
And now we're gonna, I guess, hear a special message
from Neth.
That's right.
Yes.
Hey, what's going on, Mooch and Crep? It's Neth here with a special announcement. But before I get into that, I just want to thank Next Gen 720 and you guys. From today on, I'm going to do something that I've always wanted to do, and that's making a YouTube channel. For a long time, I was always too nervous to start one up and was lazy when it came to learn how to edit. But no more. Over the last few months, I've come into contact with NextGen 720 and the broadband bullies who encouraged me to build something up. And Mooch, you gave a quote that inspired me. That quote came from hearing my last voicemail, and it was you saying, I hope Neth gets to 200% as far as I'm concerned. So that made me think getting to 100% simply means getting back on my feet and back into my routine. But getting to 200% is a different beast altogether. Getting 200% for me means going out and attempting the things you dreamed of but never had the aspiration for doing. So whether I fail or not, I'm going to give YouTube all I got, because that's me trying to get to that 200%. And with that being said, I'm closing out. Hope you guys have a fantastic show as always, and this is Neth signing off. Goodbye.
That was a half-hearted clap, but yeah.
I know, that was an interesting clap you had there at the end. I like that. Neff, hey, good for you, man.
He's like, woo, whether to clap or not, you know what I mean? So, hey, yeah, congratulations on that, man. You've been a big supporter of us. So, yeah, man, I'm happy that you were able to start. Everybody has to start somewhere, and it's pretty awesome that you're doing what you're doing what you want to do, and don't let anybody kind of take that from you and change that. So, yeah, awesome. Thanks for the support and all that kind of stuff, man. Good luck with your channel.
Yeah, it's funny. Luke Taylor in the chat says those claps must have been recorded from the PlayStation event, which is great.
I saw that.
That is absolutely outstanding. Wow, people are fast on their feet, man. That's great stuff.
Yeah,
Luke, that was funny. Because I don't know, did he mean the PlayStation E3 when everybody was like, "Is this over yet?" and people were clapping and didn't know, or was it when they revealed the PS4 Pro?
No, the PS4 Pro, man. Remember, nobody was clapping for
nobody
shit
knew what
that
was
whole
going
thing.
on.
So,
Yes.
yeah, so definitely. So now we've got the
All
raffle.
right, here we go. Let's get Jay's back in presentation mode. Jay likes to be in presentation mode. You ever notice that crap?
Yeah, I know. Jay likes it.
And
So
we're
this
back.
is the
Everybody.
crazy wheel.
Look at that
Yeah.
wheel. Look at those colors.
Look, yeah, okay. So each of those colors represents a name.
That's right.
You can't see the name, but everybody that supports us on Patreon is there, from $1 to whatever. And
Yeah. What is our total now, crap? It's good for people to know. Well over 500.
Hold on. Oh, supporters? No. We
Oh, it's 98. My apologies. Did you say 98?
Yeah, we have 90. Actually, you know what's funny is we actually gained some since we did that commercial. So now we're at 101.
101.
So we
Thank
had
you,
three.
guys.
Yeah, we had 3 join
And
us
ladies.
right as we did that commercial. So that's always awesome. And actually, I have to let me read a couple of these supporters real quick while we're doing this. Biggie 2316, Josha Z, Jack Jackal, Delilah HD, Justin B, Anthony N, Lethal Papa, Justin L, John S, Mark D, G-Man 209, Armored Reaper, Vertigo Tempest, a new person right there, Ethan, Killing Dan, Jazzy Noob Xbox, Silent Bob X, Dirk Griggity. You guys all rock, man. Thank you guys all so much for the support and all the ones below the tier as well. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. You guys rock. So let's go ahead and what maybe who's gonna win? Hopefully you got a little
spin it,
into it,
Jay.
Jay. Woo!
Yeah.
Here we go. We're taking
Hey,
the
now.
show all the way to 2.
Hey now. Wow. Good thing we do this in the morning, because if everybody was drinking too much right now, it might be a problem.
Funny thing is, we don't even know who's gonna win when they win it.
Absolutely not. I'm sitting here in anticipation like the audience.
Here we go.
Look at that. Nice wheel, Jay. It's a lovely spin. There we are. And winner is James 176. Huge victory.
Woo!
James, congratulations, bro.
That is good job, man.
Very cool.
That is awesome.
Nice work,
Awesome,
James.
awesome
Congratulations to James. He's a big fan. I know he's a Mooch Maniac. Great guy. Big fan of the show, crap. So that's always good to see someone that's been with us for so long.
Yeah, 100%. So that is awesome. You guys have been awesome. Make sure you guys subscribe to Mooch. Give us the support. We're going to be back next week doing some more stuff. We got, like I said, we do an exclusive Patreon podcast. We got one coming up this week. We have to, basically, because we have to make up for the hurricane time. So it's going to be a lot of fun and stuff, man. And I guess what should we close it out with? Can we do the Mooch and Crap theme song into something?
Yeah, let's do that. I kept Jay in presentation mode because I think Jay deserves the spotlight. So, Jay, yeah, if you could take us out on that would be great. And thanks, everybody. We will have an Xbox One XOXO out this week, and we will have the voicemails we didn't get to aired on that show. So you remember, if you call in, you will always be heard. And then we release that for the public to listen to about a week or two later. So.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
And iTunes. Don't forget iTunes, folks.
Yes,
we are on iTunes.
Check it out. Go check that out there. Are you going to be able to roll it this week, Jay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, let's hope.
All right, here we go, folks. Have a good Sunday. Enjoy football, and don't forget to try CupHead if you haven't already.
Mooch and crap, mooch and crap. They talk about games and no drama smack. Search the web for media ties to catch these ponies in their lives. Look out! Here comes Mooch and Crab. Are they bots? Listen up. They have Mountain Dew in their blood. Neo Gas, Xbox Reds, Crap's got Tendog all over it. Hey there! Here comes Mooch and Crab. From a tweet of Phil, Xbox hate will arrive like the Scorpio. Mooch and Crab, but just in time. Mooch and Crap, Mooch and Crap. Any gaming do a Mooch and Crap. YouTube game is their core. A thumb in is its reward to them. Xbox is one big hangout. Whenever there's a game out, you'll find Mooch and Crap.
Wake on up, it's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap Show. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap Show for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love to lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and Crap Big Show. Show, oh, oh.